Wait, he's not late? Wait, how is bro early? How does he possess this power? How is bro so early?
Bro, so I'm not streaming in a week. I'm actually excited, bro. I'm excited to go live. That's why. Let me find the music, right? And we'll start. And hopefully I won't yawn as much, but I am still kind of tired. Well, I'm not gonna lie, chat. We've got to rein it in. Alright, then we're ready. Ready? Yo! Welcome to Hellstormwargaming and welcome back to this live stream! Hello! How's it going? Welcome in. My name's Mikey, thanks so much for tuning in. Welcome to this live stream. It's Monday and I'm back! I'm back again! I went and then I was back and then I went again. And now I'm back again. Can you believe it is truly like that? It is just this crazy in the Hellstorm timeline. The timeline. We had our anime arc last week. We were at AdeptiCon, then we came back for 1 week and we talked about 40k rules. And I went to Bandai Card Fest and I lied. I actually didn't go to Bandai Card Fest. I went to Gundam World Championship Regionals, which is not Bandai Card Fest, which I was very disappointed about. It was run by a different company and I'm stupid for not realizing. But hello, welcome in. My name's Mike. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. We have a big stream today. And my chat's not working. Chat, where are you? Sorry, chat. Let me just refresh you. Where are you? Chat, where are you? Chat's dead. Chat's dead. So welcome in. Hello. Say hi. We have a big stream today because we are giving away a Legio Custodes battle group today. Okay, if you are a regular, you know exactly how to win this. If you are not a regular, I will tell you momentarily. Okay. So welcome in, come in, say hi, say hello. How are you doing? Dan Elliott, thank you very much for the 19 months. I appreciate you. Vanguard veteran, I hardly know him. Didn't work as well. Also, we had Marty Mar with the 47 months and almost a 4-year birthday. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you, Marty Marv. And also, Anjuvis, I hope you're doing well, buddy. Thank you for becoming a member once again. Appreciate you. How you doing? How's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all doing good. Okay. It's a big day today. It's a big day. Like I said, we've got a giveaway to do. We have a load of new stuff for 40k. That's obviously because we had the announcement of 11th edition. I did like a chat, you're back. I'm not talking to myself. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. We had all of the rules and stuff like that they kind of previewed initially, and then they've been giving little teasers since then to showcase more of the things that have been happening, and I thought we could go through that today. So thank you very much, Lord Gitface, the gifted. Thank you so much, Lord Gitface. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. And Frantic Snail as well. Thank you very much, mate. Thanks for the 75 months. You are truly one of our longest supporters. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, matey. Thank you so much. Okay, I can't open this anymore. I need to... Let me duplicate this. I've forgotten I've not copied over all of the names. That's what Des. Thank you for the 50 months. Thank you, the 50 months. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness. And Juvis! Appreciate it, man. It sure does. It sure does. Thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate you. I just need to quickly add everybody's names in. So if you don't know, every month we do a giveaway. All right? Every month we do a giveaway. Okay? All you have to do to be in the giveaway is be a member. Okay, that's what I'm doing now. I'm adding you if you're already a member, as long as you are not on the gifted tier. Okay, if you are on the gifted tier, you will not be entered to win. All right. Okay. We want to arrange by current level, which is C. That did do it. Yeah. If you're on the gifted tier, you will not be entered. Why? Because lots of people like to gift to enter, such as Gilio, who's just joined. And that's on Des, who just gifted 5. Thank you very much, Des. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. Des, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. And Gilio Paints, thank you for becoming a member as well. If you become a member on the premium tier, on the gifted tier, sorry, you will be entered. But if you are on it, you won't get a free entry. If you'd like more entries, you can become a member. If you haven't already, you can super chat or you can gift. They're the kind of like few ways you can enter. If you are already a member, you get a free entry. If you're a parasocial member, you get 5 entries. And if you are, if you super chat, you'll also get loads of entries as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got 3D printer go bird tier. We've got the coaching tier as well. It's all good fun. It's all good fun, innit? Like Papaya gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 because he's on the coaching tier. And then everyone else who's in the boys club gets 1 free entry. All right, 1 free entry. Let me add all those in before I forget. Primaris. Wait, parasocial. Primaris all get 1. Boys club all get 1. And then that's it. All right. All right. So currently we have around 342 entries. Okay. 342. If you are on this list, which is this list I'm adding here, which I'm going to add Jake's name. Jake, thank you very much for the 39 months, buddy. Jake's to Spence. That's what we're doing today. If you're on this list, we're going to do a wheel spin. All right. 10 names. We'll take out 10 names and they'll be added in to the giveaway. Okay. Once you've got those 10 names, we're going to race them in a marbles race. Once you've done the marbles race, the person who wins the marbles race, who's first place in the marbles race, will win a Legio Custodes box set. You can enter to free by typing !T's and C. You probably won't make it tonight, but we are going to be running a new giveaway as soon as this one ends. All right. I don't want to get you too excited, but I'm going to say it's big, it's stumpy, it's got 6 legs. All right, we'll talk about that in a little bit, but that's what we plan. Benson, thank you very much for thank you very much for joining. Thank you, appreciate you. If you are joining now, you are starting to do these things, you're starting to support the channel. Make sure you join the Discord as well, !Discord. That is all of the giveaway stuff. How is everyone doing? Thanks very much for tuning in. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. First Monday stream in about 3 weeks. First Monday stream in about 3 weeks, I think. Have a cheeky G Fuel. I suppose what G Fuel if you need a little drink. What are we doing today? We got some drama. We got some drama, chat. We got some YouTuber drama to talk about. All right. The first one, I wasn't planning on talking about this, but it kind of happened today, is there's been a YouTube fallout. R.I.P. R.I.P. If you didn't know, because it was only announced like an hour ago, Joe from Tabletop Tactics is leaving, namesake, Tabletop Tactics. That is the fallout. So, Chaos Lord Beard, or Joe from Tabletop Tactics, obviously he's been there from the very start. Beard, obviously his nickname. Sure. He's been there from the very start, definitely. He's been there from right at the beginning. He's was in the very first battle report, I think, with Lawrence back in the day. He's announced today that he's leaving Tabletop Tactics, and he put out a little video that I thought we could maybe have a look at, have a quick discussion about, see what we think. It's a bit of a shame. I like Joe. I look, Tabletop Tactics, great guys. Don't get me wrong. I've got a lot of time and respect for all of them. Lawrence is a wonderful guy. He's done a lot for me in the past, just in terms of mentorship, I kind of say that. He kind of gave me some advice whenever I started YouTube, and he's been very open all of the time. So I've got nothing but love for the Tabletop Tactics crew, and I think it's a shame that Joe's leaving. But the problem is even if I've got that love for those people, I'm not sure about this video. Putting this video kind of threw me off, and I'll tell you why. So let me get my headphones on, and then we'll talk about 11th edition, and then we'll look at the AdeptiCon Haul. Let's have a nosy. So here is the video. So he uploaded on Instagram, Chaos Lord the Beard. He obviously has his own Demon Forge, which is kind of like his conversion account or whatever, where he does conversions and stuff.
Me, Chaos Lord Beard.
Let me just restart it.
Hey everyone, it's me, Chaos Lord Beard, or Joe. I'm gonna get straight onto it. After 11 years, it's time for me to move on from Tabletop Tactics. 11 years, that's a really long time. And quite humbling to think about how long I've been able to do this for and how great it's been to be part of the community. But now it's time for me to move on from Tabletop Tactics and I'm here to tell you why.
So, leaving Tabletop Tactics after 11 years, which is obviously a hell of a stint, especially in, like, not only just, like, in Warhammer community, like, length, you know, because, like, Warhammer YouTubers are still, you know, us dickheads are still quite new, you know? And obviously, like, these are, like, way more successful than I am, don't get me wrong. But it's like, it's quite interesting because like 11 years is quite a long time in online Warhammer content, but just also in general, quite a long time in YouTuber content. Like, don't get me wrong, these guys started after like the OGs, the Mount Rushmore of YouTube, you could say. But 11 years is a long time to have like a fully functioning YouTube channel. Obviously, they've not been like full time all the time in those 11 years, but Joe was like right there at the start to watch Tabletop Tactics go from these guys in Lawrence's kitchen to like a bedroom studio to an actual studio to a new studio to like a new venue type thing. It's quite it's very, very long time. It's been there from the start, and it's I think leaving is quite an interesting one. And then you obviously I've already watched this video. There is a bit of a pre-watch. But like without hearing what he's got to say, it's quite a surprise, you know. So
why am I leaving? If you're an on-demand subscriber on Tabletop Tactics, you will have seen the video that came out today where I go into some detail about that. But the long and short of it is that the big focus is for family time. My family needs more from me, so I need to dedicate more of my time to them. I've been in busy and demanding jobs since I left college when I was 19, and now I'm nearly 40. So now it feels like it's time to adjust that balance.
So, like, totally understandable, you know, like, as people get older, they need more family time. YouTube, I obviously don't know the ins and outs of, like, working for Tabletop Tactics. I can only talk about my own experience, but I am a one-man band, so it's quite different. It is quite demanding, you know, like, making content, constantly thinking about content is a very demanding thing. And like I said, I don't know how they manage their stuff because it's not just one person. It's obviously one person like leading a full team of people, but I imagine it's probably somewhat similar of like managing content ideas, managing editing content, meeting like harsh deadlines, usually self-set, because deadlines on YouTube are obviously a joke because no one is expecting you to do anything, but you have harsh deadlines of I need this done by here so I can start the next one, so that can be done by then so I can actually make money at the end of the month. So yeah, saying he's like wants to like readjust and bring back to family time, which I imagine maybe moving, or the idea again, moving from like a normal, like, well, moving from like quite an intense job, like content creation, which does ask quite a lot of you in terms of like creativity, which can lead to a lot of burnout and stuff like that, to like something that's maybe like more 9 to 5, something that you can leave at work type thing, like sort of role, which I don't think with YouTube you can, especially when it's your hobby.
Moving on means I can be in charge of my time, so I can focus on the things that are really important. But an exciting part about all of this is that I'm going to start doing my own thing. My own YouTube channel will be starting in the next few weeks, and I'll be covering all things Warhammer in videos much like this.
And then I think there's a spanner. I think it's quite interesting to be like, I would like to get back my own time and leave my full-time YouTube job to do a job and YouTube. Now, if he's just leaving, I'd be like, yeah, whatever, fine. You know, these things happen. It's a shame, but it's nothing to do with me. But I think it's interesting to be like, oh, I'm leaving because I need more time. So I'm gonna do my own channel. And don't get me wrong, battle reports are very intense to make. But it feels like there's a little bit of a juxtaposition with what the messaging we've got here. You know what I mean? It's a bit like, I need more time, so what I'm gonna do is get a job and do another job at the same time. I thought that was weird. You know what I mean? I thought that was like quite strange. You know, and I think this video is like extremely professional, which again for like YouTube content and stuff like that, I don't personally get it. Like maybe that's what he wants to keep up this like super professional. I'm a guy, I do Warhammer, and I'm like, you know, I cross my T's and dot my I's, but I don't understand it. But like I said, like if it's like I want family time and then I'm starting a YouTube channel as well, I was like, wait a minute, something doesn't quite add up here, you know. So
I'll be doing regular live streams a couple of times a week, so I'm excited to see you all in the chat. And with the extra time, I'm able to expand the Demon Forge, so I've got more time to invest in creating custom Warhammer miniatures, and you can find all the information about that on the Demon Forge Instagram account or in the bio. So with all of that...
Because if he said he was just like leaving to do the Demon Forge thing, I'd be like, yeah, fair enough. You know, he wants to do his own thing. But it's like, it's that YouTube channel as well. I know he's not going to be doing like battle reports and stuff, but like, I don't know. It is interesting. I'm not like saying he shouldn't do that. Like, do what you want. I'm just like mixed messaging. Thought it was interesting, you know.
Hopefully that's made it clear that I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to be part of the community, just in a different way to what I'm doing at the moment. And I'll be revealing all that exciting stuff over the coming weeks right here on Instagram. 11 years ago, I walked into something that I had no idea would shape my life in the way that it has. And now it's time to move on. I do so feeling grateful, feeling proud of the work that I've done, and so excited about all this new stuff that's to come. Thank you to all the team at Tabletop Tactics. Thank you to all of you for being part of it. I'm very excited to reveal everything that's happening in the next few weeks, so stay tuned. Hey everyone.
So there you go. There's your full announcement. So Beard is, like I said, officially leaving Tabletop Tactics. I don't like reading too much into people's comments specifically. You know, like I've obviously said, like it's interesting that he said like he wants more family time, but he wants to make a YouTube channel. But like, I guess the sounded off thank you message was I don't know, very corporate to say it's like Lawrence and Beard who have been friends for God knows how long before Tabletop Tactics. So yeah. I mean, fair play to him. You know what I mean? It's like if I was like under someone who's also like a friend as well, I think I would find that very difficult. To say he's done that for so long is like actually quite impressive, and obviously shows. I still hope they're still good friends, you know. But like it obviously shows like that relationship is obviously probably like friends but professional at work, which is quite interesting. Like I said, personally, I don't know if I could. Maybe because like I've worked for myself for so long now, that I don't know if I could put myself in that position of like working quite creatively underneath someone when there's like things that you want to do, you kind of have to get permission to do. I think I find that vibe pretty weird. Not that that's a criticism on anyone or anyone that's involved with this situation. It's just an personal analysis from me that is just like, I don't think I could do it. So fair play to them that they did do it, and just for so long. So, but again, there might be something deeper. Like I said, I don't want to overly analyze anything in particular that he said, like super deep of like, you know, I think I've got some more thoughts about it that I'm like a bit like, maybe if you want to read between the lines, by all means. I don't know if it's super relevant for me too, because I just feel like I'd be stirring shit for no reason. But I think it's interesting that he's kind of gone like, I want more family time, but I'm also starting a channel. I'm leaving YouTube for family time to start YouTube. You know, realize, realize. Exactly. I think I'll leave it there. So anyway, there you go. There's your initial headline. Is Beard's leaving. Excuse me, Beard's leaving Tabletop Tactics. So yeah, great guy, lovely guy. I've never had a bad interaction with anyone from Tabletop Tactics, but especially Joe, especially Lawrence, etc. So yeah, I just hope they're still friends. That's my. Excuse me. I just hope they're still friends. That's my only concern. Anyway, there's your drama. There's your drama for this evening. Yeah, it could be a money thing. It could be a money thing. Let's be honest. I'm not really. I don't want to like divulge too much into it. I'm trying to read the face of it very particularly and not add any spins to it. But yeah, it to me, you know, like maybe that's where it leads. I don't know. Mike, phone rings. Mikey, this is Tabletop Tactics. Do you still have a beard? Do you need a job by any chance? Yo, you know, if I lived a little closer, I probably would. If I lived a little closer, I'd probably consider it. You know, I would probably consider it because one, I think I'd be a good fit because I'm sick as fuck, and two, being an individual YouTuber is a lot harder than having like a big team behind you. And, you know, like I'm always like, guys, we need to subscribe for a giveaway. It's secretly because so I can pay a pension. Now, if someone else was paying my pension, that would be a lot more less stressful. And it's like being like an independent YouTuber is stressful a lot of the time, like daily stressors. It's not the hardest job in the world, let's be honest, but like managing a business where your income is reliant on fan funded a lot of the time is very difficult to manage and definitely quite difficult to deal with. But that being said, like I said, I don't know if I could work under someone else creatively, but if it was kind of like be a dickhead and play a battle report, I think I could nail it. So, Times are tough and a lot of similar channels are reporting revenue drop over the past year or so. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, like just like in general, there's like a steady decline of revenue just because of the like world economy. People have less money to throw around, so they're less likely to throw it to a YouTuber. That doesn't mean it's a free pass. Give me your fucking gifted right now. But also, if you do want to give me some gifted, you could gift to enter to win a Legio Custodes battle group, which is being given away soon. Today, in fact, so don't go anywhere. You could win so many giveaways once with this box. Anyway, so I need to tell my Discord that I'm just going live because we're going to talk about all the new 40k stuff. All right, we're going to talk about all the new 40k stuff. You know what I mean? Chat, I'm live. Big news plus giveaway. Leaks Feeks! Thank you for the Boys Club membership. Thanks for the 18 months, bud.
Rejoin at Leaks Feeks celebrates 18 months of membership.
Leaks Feeks, thank you very much. Appreciate you. So this is our list. We've got 345 entrants. These are all the people that are being entered to win. You'll be winning a box set of the Legio Custodes battle group that contains 1 shield captain, 12 custody guard of various loadout, 1 custody dreadnought, and 1 Calanius grav tank. I have ordered it from the Outpost. Shout out to the Outpost. And if you'd like to enter, you become a member or gift a membership or send a super chat just like Hungry Birds. Let's go. Thank you very much. Arco the Fox. Let's go. Appreciate you. Thank you for the 25 months. Arco, thanks for rejoining. Jake's 2 pence. Thank you so much for the 5.
Get yourself a meal deal. I can lend you my club card / card if you need it.
Thank you, Jake. Jace, thank you very much for the 39 months, bud. Thank you very much for the 39 months. We really appreciate you. What a legend. What a legend. What a boy. My order was all mixed up then. My order was all mixed up. Thank you. And Hungry Bert. Thank you very much, Hungry Bert. Appreciate you. Thank you, Jace. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. And Stab, thank you very much for the 50 months. Hungry Bear, thank you very much for the £2, mate. Stab, thank you very much for the 50 months, dude. Really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I hope when Beard starts streaming, you don't all leave me and go to him. I would like you to watch him in addition. Watch him in addition. Don't leave me. I need you. I've got nothing without you, literally.
@stab_2k celebrates 50 months of membership. Red heart emoji.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Stab. Appreciate you. Thank you, Stab. Appreciate you, man. What a legend. What a legend. If he's cheaper to be a member, it's literally £1.99. Brother, it's £1.99. Hungry Bear, thanks for the gifted. Well, I can't make it any cheaper, I don't think. I think it has to be £1.99 because of VAT. I have to charge because of YouTube. Twats. Anyway, what are we talking about today? We're going to talk about the new 40k news. Where are we? I'm like this all over the place. I'm just like bing, bing, bing all over these monitors I don't have. It's new 40k day. All right. We've got a Vanguard veteran that definitely looks like a Vanguard veteran that definitely doesn't look like a fucking assault intercessor. That's what we've got to talk about today. So, new 40k Vanguard veteran revealed, and there's been some complaints. The Vanguard veteran. Yo! Stop. Thank you for the 5, mate. Appreciate it. I've just closed my tab.
Just
Fuck.
keep your beard longer than beards and we will stay.
Bro, my beard is so long right now because I've not shaved it. I've not shaved since I was in the US. Can you tell? Does it look like it? I think it does. Don't look too close. If I zoom in, fuck, look at the bum fluff. Ugh. I've not shaved since I was in literally another country. We got the Vanguard veteran, everyone. And I think I've seen this movie before. If I search Assault Intercessor, where jump pack? If I search Assault Intercessor with jump pack, wait a minute. He's right there. Wait a minute, he's right there. Spot the difference. He's got a fucking Planter pistol as well. That's what's brutal about it. He's got a Planter pistol. That's what makes it even more brutal. God damn. Alchemist Dave, thanks for the 29 months.
Rejoined at Alchemist Dave 9480 celebrates 29 months of membership.
Thank you so much, Alchemist Dave. Appreciate you. So as you can see, there are not a lot of differences with this new Vanguard veteran. It is lackluster, to say the least. Because the only difference between an Assault Intercessor and a Vanguard veteran is not a lot. Except for the physical paint job. Well, he's got a purity seal on the backpack instead of a shoulder. He's got the Terminator Honors. And he's got a tabard. A loincloth, as I call them. That is it. That is everything. He's got thigh pads. Oh, he does have thigh pads. You're so right to say that. He's got thigh pads. That is the only main difference.
Super chat £5. Before I became a member, I gifted 1 membership. I got the gifted membership. Would have been cheaper to have.
Excellent. Excellent. Hungry Bear. Well done, mate. Thank you very much for the gifted. But Mikey's wearing a different hat. Bro, my entire army's wearing a different hat. Nick, do you have any pictures of my army? I can't remember. The Intercessors. Hip pads a veteran do not make. I don't know. Games Workshop say what do they make? Games Workshop say. Games Workshop said. If you go to Hellstormwargaming.co.uk/shop, not admin, shop, you can't log in admin. And you scroll to base adapters. And you look at these pictures. Mine have all got fucking Mark 7 on anyway. Or Mark 6. Mark 7. That's different army. You know? Mine already have it. So, like, what are we doing here? None of them... Wait, do I have a picture of an Assault Intercessor? Wait a minute. One sec. Hold the fucking phone. Hold the phone and sit down. You know what I mean? Hold the phone and sit down. Put the phone on the latch. Put the door on the hanger. You know what I mean? And watch this. Watch this space. Why is this not opening? What the fuck? Wait. Why has it got an output? What's happening? Why is VLC doing this? VLC, why are you doing this? Wait a minute. Can I just mute it a minute? I don't know what I'm saying in this video. Why is that a different tab? What the shit? Look, I only put fucking old helmets on mine. Like, what are we doing here? It's a Vanguard veteran! Chat, I got a Vanguard veteran early! Chat, I got a Vanguard veteran early, look at that. Wow. It's only missing a purity seal and some hip pads. Bruh, can you believe? I did it before anyone else? Papaya, thank you very much for the 5 gifted, bud.
Gifted members.
Papaya, thank you so much for the 5 gifted, mate. Really appreciate it. Very kind of you. Do I have another video that'll work? That works normally. Whoa! Whoa, that's crazy, bro. He's got a plasma pistol and everything. Can I sue them for copying my own model with their kit? Yeah, definitely. I think so. I think so. I could do that. Yes. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it.
Gifted member.
Oh, these are ones Nick painted. Whoa! I got the Vanguard veterans early, chap. Chat got the Vanguard veterans so early. It's 2 years ago.
Gifted member.
Damn, bro. Damn. Where's one next? There. Whoa. I got the Vanguard veteran early. Look at that. It's just missing the hip guard. I did like the hip guards. All right. I didn't like the hip guards. What can I say? Yo, he's right there, dude. It's literally this one. Just give it a power sword. Just give it a power sword and call it a day, bro. It's literally, that one's literally identical. It's got a skull and a helmet and everything, look. Identical, bro, identical. What the fuck? What the fuck? Same guy. You, the guy she tells you not to worry about. You, the guy she tells you not to worry about. Look at the pictures, they're the same picture. I could do them all. What else have we got? What else have we got? I'm just an oracle, clearly. David J, thank you very much for the membership, dude. Thank you for the 39 months. Appreciate you. Anyway, I think on a more serious note is one, I like the new helmets because I use old helmets anyway. I don't like the Intercessor S 10th edition helmet, the Mark 10 helmet. I like the mixture of the new face grill. It's very iconic. I don't like this one. Cringe. This one, really nice. But I think they're quite basic. I think we've kind of seen this with Blood Angels. We've kind of seen this with other Space Marine kits. They're making them much less detailed. And I think the reason being is to make them simpler to paint, to make them a little easier to paint, so they're not quite as busy, not quite as intense, but also it makes them quite generic, so you can paint them as any chapter. You know what I mean? I think there's a lot of character in the old Vanguard veterans. Don't get me wrong, and I'm kind of hoping that they fix it with the multi-part kit. But if you kind of look at this, and then you look at these bad boys where they were kind of just going for it, there's a lot here that's missing. There's a lot here that's missing. Like, you look how intense, like, all the shoulder pads are. They've got the Terminator on us. They've got giant eagle across the back of the backpack, which is really sick, you know? But I just hope, like, the multi-part kit's a little bit more intense than the snap fit kit. You know what I mean? Where there's more custom shoulder pads, there's more detailed if you want them, and there isn't if you don't. You know? 11th edition's new tagline, models simple and not simple. And they'll just get fucking grey blob army. So, you know what I mean? These are quite involved, and this is probably one of the best. This and the Sternguard kit is one of the best Sternguard. This and the old Sternguard kit are the best Space Marine kits ever made, in my opinion. Just because of how customizable and how cross-compatible they were. I'm hoping that they end up something like this. And like I said in my video when I did my roundup, I don't think that we're going to see just power swords on the Vanguard veterans. But we'll see. I'm hoping we get a little bit more involved with the new kit when it does come out. I'm hoping we have some sort of weapon option, even if it's like a guy with a special weapon. I think that'd be quite fun. And then the rest be early weapons or whatever. I think it's going to be a shame if we lose Storm Shields, because one, Jace is going to hate me because I'm going to snap the Storm Shields off again of mine. But I just hope they're a little bit involved compared. So, but it's a Space Marine. It's not a bad Space Marine, you know what I mean? Like, of all Space Marines I've seen, it is quite nice. So anyway, it doesn't really say much. It's like, oh, you have the iconography, you have the Terminator on us because they're veterans. It's got a gold short head because they're veterans. That's about it. So we'll be showing off another miniature for the Armageddon box set next Monday. So it looks like they're going to be giving out one image of one model per week. So that, and you know, if it's April now, let's do calendar check. If it's April now, so we got 1, 2, 3 left in April, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 left in May, and then maybe 1 or 2 in June, That's like 9 weeks. And there's about 9 units in the box. So there's gonna be a lot of single model reveals. I don't think they're gonna do one Vanguard veteran at a time, but I think they're probably gonna do 1, maybe 2 models per unit per week. So nice mini, looks cool, it's alright, it's fine, you know what I mean? They put out a short about it. Whoa. Whoa. But it is just an assault intercessor. Whoa. It's just an assault intercessor, but that's the same way that you could say, you know, like realistically, this, wait. Where's the fucking model reveal? Huh? Yeah, there we go. It's just the same as saying this is just an intercessor. Because guess what? It is just an intercessor. You know? There's nothing special about this model. It's just an intercessor. It's like, new Space Marine intercessor revealed. What's new about it? The helmet. They have a reloading pose already. You know what I mean? Like, so if we're going to be overly critical about the Vanguard veteran, we have to remember that we all popped off at the new intercessor. Well, a lot of us popped off at the new intercessor. And we already have one, you know? Where's the reloading pose? Where's the reloading pose? Where's the reloading pose? Like, I can't find the full image, but, you know. Let's flip that. Photoshop. Flip horizontal. 1 mini a week before inevitable leak, that emergency article. Also true. Also true.
Super chat £5. Feed until the full box reveal stream. Can't wait to see a Gretchen next week.
David, thank you very much for the £5, mate. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the super chat. So you know what I mean? It's fine. But it's just an intercessor with a new helmet, and they're like brand new intercessor, and it's like, what, you got rid of the kneecaps? Is that brand new these days? Is that it? There's the entire game built on saying the same models, just in different marks of armor. Trolling, totally true, mate. You got him there, mate. Fucking got him there. So yeah, that's what you just gotta remember. If this is just an assault intercessor, this is clearly just an intercessor. There's nothing new about it. It's just a new head. Wow, cool. So, but it's a nice clean model. I'm excited to get my hands on them. I might just start building some now. I might just use some older shoulder pads and use an assault intercessor squad, and then give them power swords. You know, my only concern is I wouldn't bother building them now because I don't know what the loadout's going to be when the codex comes out. So that's all I need to know. I need to see the new profile so I can see the new data sheet so I know if they've got heirloom weapons, they've got power swords, or they've got a choice of things. That's kind of what I want to know now. So otherwise I would just build them out of old kits. So I have fucking assault intercessors coming out my fucking ears. So from all the Blood Angels releases and stuff. So yeah, nice mini, but it's just an assault intercessor. So. The Vanguard virus didn't leak because no one noticed a new model. Heirloom weapons and heavy heirloom weapons. Nice. Chat, I know I'm like 4 days late, but there was new articles on last week as well. Building an army, the new edition of Warhammer 40,000. This is what I'm quite interested in because I don't know what the fuck's happening. And this scares me. This scares me a little bit. You know? The new edition of 40,000 has been announced. And you'll now be able to make more unique and effective armies than ever before with updated detachment rules. After all, if you really like sneaky space marines over the outer elites, why should you focus on just one? I don't know. Why would I ever take Reavers? They are bad. As we announced in a previous show, all your current codes still be valid when the new edition drops. You can still use the detachments from them that you know and love without shaking the game up too much. There'll also be 70 new ones to enjoy. And each of them, both new and old, works with a system of detachment points. So they keep saying 70 new, and then they keep saying 70 updated and new. So I'm really conflicted on what to believe now. I'm really conflicted on what to believe. Like, what are we doing? Is it new? Is it updated? Or is it both? You know? New to you must be new, in my opinion. If you're going to say it's new, it has to be brand new. But they keep saying new ones, and then they keep saying updated ones, and it's just like a little confusing. But they're using this battle size detachment point limit. So it's depending on the size of your game, you must choose a number of detachments based on the detachment point cost, ranging from 1 for the with general rules or narrow unit focus to 3 for those that affect your whole army with significant boosts. So it says 2,000 points. You have detachment points 3, enhancement limit 4, unit limit 3. And then it says this is the maximum number of each unit you can have, including your army. And this unit limit is double for battle line. So all of this is very, very much the same. Detachment limit is arguably the same because we can already take 4 enhancements because that's usually the maximum amount we have. However, if we're going to be able to take multiple detachments at the same time, we're obviously going to have access to like 8, 10, 12 enhancements all at once. So they're saying you can only take a maximum of 4. You know? Because 70 said 5 new hospitals and they made 5 new and 45 updated. Nice. Nice. So we don't know. We haven't been told just yet, like, what detachment points costs are. Like, is Gladius going to be... is Gladius going to be fucking 3? Is it going to be 2? Is it going to be 1? I don't know. Oh, yeah, sorry, Lindris, you're totally right. You can only take 3 enhancements right now, not 4. My apologies. You only have access to 4 right now. Sorry, that is my fault. So it says the new system gives great flexibility to how your army's team make it characterful unit choices without compromising on their strength, and also means that some of the bigger splashy detachments won't have an outsized impact on smaller games. So I wonder if this means if you have like a maximum of detachment points of 2 and Gladius costs 3, you can't use Gladius in less than 2,000 points, for example. Obviously, we don't know what any of it means yet, but this is too chill. For example, a dedicated Vanguard aficionado might want to take an attachment that focuses entirely on phobos-clad units, such as infiltrators. Such an attachment would offer you enhancements and stratagems that are laser focused on the units you love to use. Combine it with a larger, more general-style attachment that affects a broad array of infantry in a Strikeforce battle means that you end up with an army bespoke to your playstyle. So they're being quite clear that the old way that we used to build lists is the new way we build lists. You know? Like I said, what I used to do, okay? What I used to do is we used to take, for example, we used to have like, essentially, I'll write it in yellow so it's more relevant. We had bolter centurions, okay? And we had whirlwinds. And we had thunderfire cannons, which are indirect cannons that you don't get anymore, you know? And we used to take, in 9th edition, we used to take these in an army, all right? And we'd run all of these as Imperial Fists, okay? We used to take it as Imperial Fists. Why did we take it as Imperial Fists? +1 damage against vehicles, okay? So he said, this is what I took to Amsterdam like many years ago now. But this is what we used to run. We used to take this in a detachment that was Imperial Fist themed. Okay? It meant we got Imperial Fist stratagems, we got Imperial Fist enhancers, we got Imperial Fist characters, but also we got the Imperial Fist rules of +1 damage against vehicles. Okay? So that was pretty good at mowing down vehicles at long range because we didn't really have any anti-tank, but we had whirlwinds were doing 3 damage. We had thunderfire cannons were doing 3 damage. We had bolter centurions were doing 3 damage against vehicles that had an average of 10 wounds. It's pretty fucking good. And also they got ignores cover because they're Imperial Fists. All right, and I'm gonna write it in red, but it's not gonna make any sense. But I had assault centurions. 12 of them. Okay. We had assault centurions. We had Vanguard veterans. We also had aggressors. And also smash captains. Okay. Thunderhammer, Storm Shield captains, or smash captains. Okay. And what we ran these as was Raven Guard. Okay. We ran this as Raven Guard. The reason we ran it as Raven Guard was infiltrate, and stealth, essentially. So all your shit got cover whilst being outside of cover, and also on deep strike. I know you can't read that, it doesn't matter. All of this on some of the best combat units in the game. You can infiltrate centurions and aggressors 9 inches away from the army, and then just roll to go first and win, because you just table them. You know? So this is what we did in 9th edition. We took all our shooting units in a shooting detachment. We took all our assault units in a detachment that was good for assault. You know? That's something that we did in 9th edition. Okay? Much like most things with Games Workshop, what is old becomes new. You know? What is old becomes new again. You also had it with sisters. Okay? So they had a detachment called Order of the... God, the detachment name's so long. Bloody Rose. Okay? And this used to give you +1 strength, +1 attack on the charge. So you took... fucking, what are they all called? What are they called? Repentia. Repentia. Okay? And then you took Celestants. The little sword and shield guys. What else? What else? Repentia, Order of the Celestant, Sacrisants, what are they called? Celisacs. Another combat unit. Can't remember. Anyway, you took all the combat units, right? Because they got +1 strength, plus what? Okay. +1 strength, +1 attack. Okay. Zephyrin, that's it. Zephy. Because they're also good. Okay. So you get +1 strength, +1 attack on the charge. So they came really good. They might have even got +1 damage, I can't remember. And then you took Order of the shooting one. Order of shooting. I can't remember what it was called. But this one you took Retributors. Because they have the melters. And you also took the scouting ones. What are they called? What are the ones that scout again? Begins with... What are the shooting ones called? Dominions. Eons. Argent Shroud, that was it. Argent Shroud. And they had some really good shooting stratagems, you know. You took Dominions with Stone Bolters with your Rhinos so they could scout, and then this could get out and charge. You took Retributors because they got +1 to hit, where they could advance and shoot. So you had multi-belters advancing and shooting, then you had like Repentia and all this shit, like advance plus shoot, etc. So this is 9th edition, and the game was extremely broken. Oh, and Exorcist, yeah, Exorcist, true. Exorcists were extremely popular at the time because you didn't have the castigators. So this was considered extremely broken. It was a lot to manage, and people used to loom band everything. No one painted different chapters ever. It was like lined on a base or rubber bands around models so you knew which one was which. You know? I did share that brief. We know every single army ran in Celestine too. Yeah, for true. All these Legends units, time to put Mike in a home. What, Retribution, Dominions, and Exorcists and Legends units? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bruv? The point being is they took them in 2 different detachments to make them broken. Well, look what you can do now. You can take 2 different detachments to make them broken. like what's old becomes new again. You know what I mean? It's like we're just like history's repeating itself over and over again. But it just means, so you won't be able to soup armies, but you'll be able to soup styles of detachments. It sounds awful. It was awful. It was awful. And we basically had tournaments like mine that were limiting how many detachments you could run or how many factions you could run. We limit a lot of tournaments at the time. We're limiting it to one type of army, like one type of faction. So obviously we've got this detachment point thing that they've added in, so it doesn't get too crazy. But I'm not super confident that they're going to get this right, because this is yet another thing that Games Workshop can tip the scales on, for better or for worse. So will they get it right first time? The chances are slim, I think. You know? Like they love fucking adding a new slider to the scale and then just like either utilizing it well or really badly, you know? You know what I mean? So I'm just not worried, because it's like at the end of the day it's whatever, but it's just something else that they got a chance of getting wrong. I hope they don't. So I do think that the one detachment point ones will be pretty bad. I would hope that you can't do that kind of thing again. That's the thing. It's like they've literally said that's the plan. We want you to take an all-rounder and then you super sneaky stuff in Phobos. You know? like it only takes like 1 or 2 detachments to be really broken, and that becomes the combo. You know what I mean? It takes 1 or 2 to be extremely cheap together. That's it. There's your new combo done. Oh, this one costs 2, this one costs 1. Sorted. You know, this was well shooted, this was well combo. So like, look at the launch of 10th edition and how that was. You know, look at like Wraith Knights. Look at the fact that they nerfed D cannons before the game even launched, because they printed them as units of 3, and then they just like kind of changed it last minute. You know, they changed it before I was allowed to talk about it, because we all messaged them and said this is extremely broken. What are you playing at? 55 point D cannons that you could take units of 3. Then there was 75 points per model. You could take a unit of 1, and then everyone got the cards are like, wait, why could you take these and use them free on the card? And it's like, because they were nerfed after printed, you know? So like, you know what I mean? Like, as much as I want to be like, oh, this sounds really cool, you can be really thematic, which you can be, I'm worried that they're not going to get it right early, you know? So we're going to have some really dumb detachment combos early on into the game, and early on into tournaments, and early on into the World Championships, which is only 6 months after this game comes out. So it says, you might think, hold on, why for that new swanky detachment features a unit type that doesn't have any characters? Aren't enhancements useless? And that'd be a pretty good question. The new edition introduces the upgrade tag on some enhancements, which means it can be applied to up to 3 non-character units while only counting as a single choice. That is pretty beast. You know? That is pretty beast. That is pretty fun. Let's just give Storm of Fire to 3 units. That was also a 9th. It was great. It was. Combine the 3, just have all those strats for probably everything. Literally. This gives you more ways to personalize some of your favorite units and make them as more elite or experienced warriors. Great for both gameplay and narrative purposes. Or is it this kind of thing in AOS? Not sure. Potentially. But it felt flavorful when your sergeant could take a relic. Yeah, I think that... No, it was sergeants, weren't it? It was like character units in a squad. Or character models in a squad. And as an aside, characters that join units now be designated either leader or support, and the unit can have one of each attached to it. Some armies could do this before with special rules, such as the Apothecary, and that cleans up for everybody. You also pick which units they join when you build your list, rather than doing the start of the game, which, let's be honest, most of us were doing anyway. This is good. It kind of removes some flexibility, but I'd rather this be in a list, because then it's easy to work out. You can kind of look at an army and look at what benefits they get and just know where characters are going. It does mean you can still take solo characters, but it's nice. It's just like, I guess it's just cleaned up, because a lot of the time you do it over and over again, you know? I'll always run Marnius in Victory's Guard, for example. You know, it's like, just straight up. That's fine. Finally, detachments will also grant you one or more force dispositions that you'll pick from when building your army. There'll be 5 in total, and when you get to the tabletop, you compare your 2 opponents to find out which mission you and both be playing. Taking a hold, disruption, purge the foe, priority assets, or reconnaissance. So this is the thing that's confusing, and I think the next one kind of goes into the mission breakdown. This is going to take a little bit to get used to, I think. And also, controlling the mission, depending what force you're against, doesn't fill me with confidence once again. I've complained about AOS having bad missions. I feel like the way that missions work right now is like a fundamental. If everyone plays the same mission in a tournament, then secondaries kind of deviate. I think that works fine. I just want more variety in the secondaries. And I think I want more varieties as like a primary mission, rather than it being hold objectives or kill stuff and hold objectives. But if you end up playing against like a certain type of army 5 times in a row, it sounds like you'd be playing the same mission 5 times in a row as well, which is interesting. Basically, on 9th edition credits had a 1 TP pre-game spend. That one of the less good relics to a sergeant character or regular unit. Yes. Yeah, I remember. It's basically like the special weapons, right? If it's like, oh, it's an enhancement that's like a cool power sword, you could put it on a sergeant instead. It's made even more confusing in some disposition use 10th edition mission names. Well, yeah, I mean, like what? Two of them? 2 of them, definitely. Maybe 3. I feel like this is a mission. Leaders can run around on their own if they like, but support units must be attached to a bodyguard. Interesting. So I guess apothecaries will have to be attached, right? Interesting. Okay. So let's see what they do with the missions then. Because again, I haven't read this yet. I've kind of saved it for today. So we'll look at how the focus and choose your army will affect the missions your force is sent on in the new edition. Each detachment will now give you 1 or more force dispositions, which are generally tied to how that force would perform in battle. In early mission packs, the way you built your army had no impact on the mission the game you asked to complete. Corn berserkers might inexplicably race to stand objectives in corners of the battlefield, or Tau Fire Warriors might find themselves assaulting and charging melee units to secure a few extra victory points. The new missions encourage you to complete the sort of objectives your army would naturally pursue. So this is good and bad, because it does mean that you might not have much variety with an army of how they play the mission. But also, we also saw in 9th edition, which, you know, when everyone says they enjoyed 10th edition, but 9th edition was the golden age, I think we might have heard you. Because in 9th edition, we had armies choosing their own secondaries that were unique to those armies, and then scoring 100 points by standing on 3 objectives. Necrons. We had a mission pack called Arcs of Omen, and at the start of the game, you had your primary mission, which is like take and hold, you know, it was like purge the foe or whatever. And then you had 3 secondaries to choose from that score you up to 15 points each. And we had generic ones, and then Games Workshop added in unique ones, and you could take 2 generic ones and up to 1 from your codex or your faction or whatever. So like Space Marines had one that was like just like, I can't remember what it's called, something about charging. Shock Assault. They had Shock Assault. Take an objective for an opponent, score 4 points. Cool, nice and easy. Necrons had like do an action and objective with some so ancient machineries or something like that. Activate some machine. Beep, 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 beep. Score 4 points. And then what they did was, it's like towards the end of it, they were like, right, okay, you get a primary mission, you get 3 secondaries, and your secondaries could be anything. Any from your faction, any from the generic ones. And initially, it seemed really good on paper, because what happened is they actually added in another slider of like, if an army's really poo, let it score points really well. And we saw that with Necrons, but they kind of tipped the slider too far the other way, where there was like, it was like standard objectives, reanimate or so. I can't, what, you know what? I'm going to look. Here it is. New recruit. Shout out. Secondary objective, ancient machineries. If you select an objective, it's like after both sides of the deploy, start with the opponent. The players alternate, select an objective marker, not with any deployment zone, to be ancient machineries objectives until 3 objective markers have been selected. So you had 3 not within any deployment zone, and usually there's 5. So it's the 3 in the middle. Alright. Then there's objective ancient machineries. Necron's core and Optech can do an action. If you do it, standard objective, perform an action, score 3 points each time you do it. Right? And then you had Code of Combat, kill a unit with a noble, which was the Silent King, who's obviously quite exceptional at killing stuff. Purge the Vermin, score 2 points in each turn for each table core that does not have enemy units wholly within it. And you can't do the first battle round. And then Treasures of Aeons, which you didn't even need to take Code of Combat because you took those 2, and then Treasures of Aeons. Select the objective, they're both sides to deploying. You both select 3 objectives on the battlefield, score a number of victory points. At the end of your turn, you control 1 or more, depending how many you hold. So you go, right, I'm going to standard objectives to score this many points. I'm going to standard objective to score this many points. And I'm going to stand in the table quarter to score this many points. I do not interact with my opponent whatsoever. I stand and make a wall. I take all the reanimation stuff so shit doesn't die. It doesn't need to move. And I score 100 points by the end of the game. Because a lot of the primary missions were stand on an objective and score points. You know? So I think this is when this is most brutal. This must be the second time. Like score 4 points, score 1 point for each table quarter, and then none within your deployment zone. So that was quite easy to get 3 a turn, and then kill it, get points for every time your noble kills something. This is like your catacomb, command barge, and your silent king, etc. So this is pretty brutal. Like I said, it was an interesting time because what they did is they added a mechanic, because obviously we all had our own secondaries. Depending how easy the secondaries were, depended how strong the army was. So if an army was really strong and killed loads, you made the secondaries harder. You know? So the secondaries were harder to score, so you have to go interact with your opponent. And if an army was not so good, like Necrons at the time, they just gave them easier secondaries to deal with. But what happened is they gave them secondaries that were so easy that they just stood in the middle of the board, got shot, reanimated, and then won the game. Just because they scored 100 and your opponent couldn't. Because they were just like a denial list, essentially. And I worry because Games Workshop adding these sliders of like, how do we balance this game? Let's add another scale into this thing. Let's add another thing to manage. Force disposition is kind of similar. When you build your army, you each unlock a force disposition, one of which you'll choose to represent your army's force disposition for each battle. This establishes the broad mission your army likely to be assigned to accomplish. Like any good general, however, you'll determine the manner in which you achieve that mission based upon real battlefield conditions on the ground. By comparing your chosen force disposition to your opponents at the start of the battle, you'll find the specific details of the mission you're playing. There are 5 to choose from. Each force disposition is geared towards thematic mission objectives. So an army choosing to place a foe will often score victories for wiping out enemy units, while one opting for disruption might need to perform actions in enemy territory while occupying crucial areas of terrain, which is obviously now known as objectives. While missions are designed to create narrative in every game, they're still tightly balanced. I will be the judge of that. Around each other, asymmetrical in nature, but still fair, telling authentic Warhammer stories between 2 well-matched forces. Almost all will still score some measure of points for holding objectives on the battlefield, so you can't completely abandon board control for carnage, but the exact split will vary. So we've got punishment as a primary mission. Start of your turn, select 1 to 3 enemy units that are on the battlefield and within range of objectives, and or that destroyed 1 or more friendly units in the previous turn. So that is something you've got to keep track of, is who killed what. If you cannot select one of your units on the battlefield until this unit's command phase, those units are condemned. at the end of a turn, or end of any turn, you can score 5 points for killing a condemned unit. And then from the second battle round onwards, end of your command phase, you control one or more objectives, excluding your home objectives, and you hold more objectives to your opponent, you get 5 points. And then end of the battle, you can control your opponent's home objectives. So they're adding end of game scoring, but chat, this is just purge the foe with extra steps. Chat, I don't know if you knew, but this is purge the foe with extra steps. They've just called it punishment. For some reason. I need a fucking picture of it. Whoa, look at that. Score 4 points if you control one or more objective markers, an extra 4 if you control more than their opponent. And then in the 5th battle round, you swap over. At the end of each battle round, you get 4 points if you kill an enemy unit and 4 extra if you kill more. It's just purge the foe. It's also going to be rough with the new 15-inch targeting thing, which, don't forget, the 15-inch targeting thing, they've said is specific units, not all units like they said on the live stream. Okay? I hope everyone watched my video where I did a roundup of all the shit that's said in the live stream and on the videos. The 15-inch targeting thing is not army-wide. It is not army-wide, chap. Don't let them fool you. They said it's specifically sub-units, but on the live stream they said the entire army, but it's not. It's just sneaky units. They have there's more lone operative about. That's basically what they meant. The primary mission for a purge the foe force taking on a disruption opponent. So what's this got to do with disruption? No idea. This does mean that unless you pick the same force disposition, your opponent will have different primary objectives, creating a fun tactic. Oh! You choose the primary mission depending on what they're playing. But they're playing a different primary mission. Okay. So each of you are playing different primary missions at the same time. I don't know if I love that. I don't know if I love that. That is a lot of brain power to manage. It doesn't let supposed to be the same 40 machines you're playing. Different ones. You're not just shooting some orcs pieces, you're stopping some sneaky blood axes from booby trapping your frontline fortification. The primary mission for disruption force taking on a take and hold opponent. So they have death trap. End of your turn, for each terrain area trap this turn, 2 points. Each of those terrain areas is an objective, 3 points cumulatively. I mean, the wording of rules was the least of their problems during the live stream. Also very true. End of your turn. One running unit would start of the turn with the terrain area that were destroyed if that terrain area is trapped. And then second battle round onwards, you control one or more objectives, including your home objectives. Booby trap. Do an action within one terrain area that's not within your deployment zone that you've not yet trapped. See below. Unlimited. Each unit that starts this action in this phase must be within a different terrain area. Completed immediately. Effect, that terrain area is trapped. Place one of your objective markers within that terrain area. Sure. Why not? In pickle games, you can choose a different fortress position ahead of each battle. In a tournament setting, you'll usually lock your fortress position for the event where you submit your list. Since each force disposition has 5 distinct missions, one for each of other force disposition, you can therefore control the level of complexity in terms of what mission rules and combinations you need to learn. Now, I think this just adds complexity. This isn't limited in information. It actually makes it way more complicated. It's fine if enough people have a strop about it, they'll just bend it like they did Challenger cards. True. The rest of the pre-game sequence follows a similar route, the one you're used to in the current edition. Muster armies, determine mission, determine deployment, optional, step, twist. Though that'll never be seen. Create the battlefield, determine attack and defender, select secondary missions. Deployment cards will be familiar to existing players, featuring classic setups such as Dawn of War, Hammer and Anvil, and Tipping Point. Each pairing also has 3 recommended terrain layouts using specific deployments designed to give both players a balanced battlefield to fight through. You have 3 toys come with your own. Secondary objectives return much the same as they are in the current edition. Allow players to choose fixed or tactical objectives to either stick with their favourite or draw cards from the deck for a chance of higher scoring. I just hope that the tactical objectives are... I hope the tactical objectives are a bit more varied, because we've had the same ones for 3 years. Now it's even competitive, they're the same. Anyway, we've had an optional step for competitors that never engage with. True. If you'll take an old army, you'll have to worry about 5 missions, same with each disposition. You'll have to think about 5 missions, and also another 5 missions, because you've got to think about what your army will have to do each turn. So if you're taking a whole army against X army, they got this disposition, you'll have a primary mission that you need to remember. You also need to remember every other mission that your opponent has a chance of playing because you're playing taking hold. So that is 10 missions to think about instead of 5 before a tournament. So just remember that bit. It's like, well, you only have to remember what you're doing, and that's how you're going to lose games of Warhammer, because you have to know what your opponent is doing so you can stop them doing it. So that is now 10 missions in any combination that you'll have to remember. Well, I suppose it's 5 combinations. That is 5 combinations of 2 missions that you're going to have to think about whilst playing a game of Warhammer 40k. My head hurts. This feels like so much bookkeeping. I hope there's a good app, because I'm sure there will be, right? I'm sure there's going to be a great application that can track all of this for us, and it's going to work day one. Day one, he said sarcastically. It's only 5, because you only ever get matched up against 5 dispositions. Yeah. I think Suave, I think you're missing the point. So don't forget, you've got 5 options of missions depending what you're playing against, but they're gonna have like another mission that you've got to think about as well. It's not just learning like, oh, it's the punishment, I've got to kill more and hold more. You got to think about what they're going to be doing against you, which is different. It just makes the missions twice as complicated and lots to think about. I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, I'm just saying there's like a lot to think about. Yeah, but it ended with the GW app. Well, they've said they will be, so you know. It's only 5 combinations, but there's 5 combinations of twice as much as what we have today. You know? So the objectives have one big change though. Instead of only drawing 2 at any given time, now you'll draw 2 objective cards every turn and keep hold of ones you haven't scored yet. Huh. I like that. I like that. I think that's good. I think that's really good. I mean, that's cool. Yeah, I don't mind that. I think that's cool. I think that's good. I think that's a good change. If they put that in competitive 40k right now, I wouldn't mind. So you don't need to worry about an early draw scuppering your late game plans. It's worth noting that each primary mission has a total cap of 45 per game and a cap of 15 VP per battle round, with the same for secondary missions. So you can't wait and try to score everything right at the end. Now, the thing you have to remember is, in all of these... Oh, it does ignore me. It does have end of turn scoring for second player. Yeah, true, ignore me. Finally, twists also return as an optional mechanic. Cool, I'll just skip this entire section, shall I? Because no fucker's going to use it. One that can allow all units to move through terrain like nimble infantry, while another causes both players to completely swap their primary objectives for extra chaos. Yeah, no one's going to use this ever. No one's going to use this ever. All the initial mission rules and deployment cards come in the new Chapter 2 mission deck, which will be included inside the Armageddon launch box alongside another mystery deck that we'll take more about soon. Huh. Be the change you want to see, Mikey. What you have to remember is every time that you do something that isn't to the norm of competitive, people don't buy tickets. Just to like a clarity. I have a hard enough time of getting people to buy tickets normally. To go, be the change you want to see, and then people are like, well, actually, this isn't UKTC. It's not UKT Terrain. That's different. I'm not sure if I'm going to go to that one. Oh, they play different missions as well. I'm not going to go to that. You know? Anyway. So there's a mystery deck. A mystery deck. Interesting. Is it a psychic deck? Imagine. Imagine they had psychic powers back. That would be quite beast. It could be. Or it could be a Maelstrom, but we've kind of got Maelstrom already. Or it could be a combat patrol deck. That probably, you know what, Papaya, that probably makes a lot more sense. It's probably a combat patrol deck. For combat patrol, much like Spearhead, because they saw Spearhead do, but like gangbusters. Is Maelstrom really any different tactical? No. Yeah, it's going to be a fucking combat patrol deck, right? But they haven't announced it too early because they don't want to overshadow the main edition like Spearhead did. Over the next week, we'll discuss the now tightly connected concepts of army construction, mission objectives, and terrain, and how new 40k creates the best opportunity yet for telling awesome stories. Got a question about terrain objectives. Stay tuned. Stay tuned to Warhammer Community next week. So we're going to have terrain rules and objective rules this week. But also, chat, did anyone spot this? There's even an optional twist, Mirrored World, that lets you ditch this and both use the same primary for when you're in the mood for a more symmetrical game. I think I just found what every tournament twist is going to be. Chat, I think I've just found every tournament twist ever. It's just going to be... Everyone's just going to use Mirrored World. All tournaments are going to be Mirrored World. There it is. There it is. We found it. It's obviously every world is going to be mirrored, just so they don't have to think too much. Hilarious. Hilarious, bro. That's quite funny. That is quite funny. Wouldn't that massively limit the detachment you could actually take to the tournament? No. No, because basically you take any army and then you play in the same mission. Your mission is preset by the tournament. They go, take, now you play, next mission you're playing Punishment, next mission you're playing Death Trap, you know? Much like the game now, essentially. That's what I can see. That's what I can see already. Especially early on. I think that people do it early on because it's simpler and people don't have to worry too much, and then it'll just never change. Complaining as many restrictions as possible to help with balance. Yeah, literally. Okay, I'm not super mad at anything I've heard there, to be honest. I'm just saying it's like the opposing missions sounds fun on paper, sounds complex in person, you know what I mean? Do Mirrored World along with the one where you swap primary missions. Yeah, we both play the same mission. We're both going to swap. Decent. All right. So interesting. Overall interesting news update. Overall interesting rules update. I hope you found it interesting because I certainly did. We're going to obviously see a lot of drip teasers for the next few weeks because we don't even have a launch date yet. I think we all can imagine it's probably going to be like June, July time. But we don't really know. You know what I mean? We don't know what it's going to look like or when it's going to be out. But it sounds interesting. I'm a little apprehensive about army building because of what happened in 9th edition. I'm a bit apprehensive about missions because of what happened in 9th edition. Everyone looks back to 9th edition as the golden age of 40k, where really you were actually all just locked inside. You couldn't leave your house and you could only paint Warhammer and it felt good. All right. So yeah, interesting. And stratagem bloat was also a problem. Fuck, true. Hey. Wouldn't that basically mean we're playing 10th? I mean, if you really want to lay it on thick, yeah, but you're like kind of missing, like, all the missions are technically new, whilst different, they're all new. We get a new mission pack every year, but the new mission pack is just slightly differently worded cards. Ooh. 9th of Saturday did lockdown, I remember it, but not really. Yeah, exactly. All right, chat. It's time. It's time. It's time to give away the Legio Custodes battle group. This is being given away right now. It has a shield captain, it has 12 custody guard, it has a dreadnought, and it has a Caladius grav tank. This is an empty box, but you'll be sent a new box, probably sealed unless I need to put it in a slightly smaller box. It will be shipped to you anywhere in the world for free, but I cannot account for taxes, tariffs, etc. that when they arrive to your country. But I will ship it to you for free, and I'll hope you'll receive it good and well. I have sent multiple parcels around the world, and they have mostly arrived. The last one still hasn't, but it's gone a very long way. Dale, thank you very much for the 1 year, dude. If you'd like to enter to win the Legio Custodes battle group, all you have to do is become a member right now. If you're already a membership, you can also enter by gifting a membership or super chatting. Okay. So thank you very much to the Outpost, !Outpost in chat for all your discount on Warhammer and tabletop needs. Thank you very much to the Outpost for helping secure one of these. I've got to go pick it up, but I think we're all good. I think we'll get this shipped out by the end of the week, I'm hoping. So you'll probably have it before the end of the month. If you are far away, if you're in the UK, you'll have it next week. Mikey also hopes you live in Sheffield. Can you still enter? If you want to enter, now's the time. Do it now. All right, I need to load up my marbles game, and I need to get the spin the wheel ready. If you are already a member, you have already been entered. As long as you're a member before the stream started. Setanu. There we go. Got you, Dale. Was the last one stuck in a certain canal? I have no idea. But I need to check tracking. But it's been sent anyway. We've sent it to Scotland, Florida, and Japan so far. And I'm sure there's another one. Well, they've all arrived sound. Grimslayer, thank you very much for the gifted. Grimslayer, thank you so much. Dale, thank you for the gifted. Appreciate you. I'm just adding your names to the list now. And Grimslayer again, thank you very much for the gifted as well. Oh no, sorry for the resub. Thanks for 55 months. Just here for free shit. That's true. We have 366 entrants. If you'd like to enter, now is the time. Now is the time to enter. So like I said, you're winning one of these. I will ship it to you free of charge. If there's any import taxes or anything like that, I can't control that. So that's something you'll have to deal with, but it'll be listed as a gift because it is a gift. Danion, thank you so very much for the 20 months. Thank you very much for the 20 months.
Rejoined.
Dane. Oh.
Celebrates 20 months of membership.
Danion. 9-1. So like I say, if you remember, you've been added. That's why there's a lot of extra ones here. If you are a parasocial member, if you're coaching, you get 10 free entries. If you're a parasocial member, you get 5 extra. You can see there's a bunch of 5s there. They've been repeated over and over. Monstallion is a parasocial and isn't in the WhatsApp group. Monstallion, you should join, bro. You should join. So you have until... I'm going to give you until 27 minutes past. It's currently 24 on my clock. You've got until 27 minutes past. So Hungry Bear, thank you for the 2. Really appreciate it. Very kind of you. Raziel, thank you very much, dude. Appreciate you. 35 months. That's almost 3 years. You're 1 month away, my friend. 1 month away. Thank you so much, my dude. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. It is almost 3 years. 1 to go, buddy. Big C! Let's go, dude. 33 months with the Custodian Queens. That's true. 33 months. Let's go.
At Big C FM celebrates 33 months of membership. Custode Queens.
What happened around 33 to 35 months ago? That's the question. Egna roll prop. Anime man.
Rejoin at
Thank you so much for the 35 months. Appreciate it. Trolley, thank you for the 45 months. And also Barton Farm. Thank you, mate. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Thank you, guys. Very kind of you.
45 months of membership. 45 is how many custard boxes they made.
And I have one. How to enter? Become a member or gift super chat. Become a member, gift a membership super chat.
Rejoin.
That's how you enter.
4627 celebrates 34 months of membership. Here for the golden G's, B's, and NBs.
Hell yes, dude. We got the girly Custodes. You know what I mean? That's how you enter to win. How to enter? Give 50. Brennan, thank you for the gifted 5. Dude, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
In the hands of the marbles.
That's true. We love a marbles run. Thank you very much, Kazarai, for the £5. Brennan, thank you very much for the 5 gifted. That's very kind of you, dude. Very, very kind of you. What a legend. What a legend. There we have 379. You have 60 seconds left to enter. If you'd like to enter, gift a super chat, become a member. You can enter for free, but it's going to be too late. If you enter for free now, using !T's and C's, you'll be entered into next month's giveaway, which I'll be announcing very shortly, just after I've done this one. All right. Any last chances? Any last chances? Now's the time. Now's the time. If not, you will not be entered, and you'll not be entered to this one. You'll be entered into the next one. I just realised Daniel Heal. Thank you for the 2, mate. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Congratulations, my friend. Hope you're doing well, buddy. We also had Jake with the gifted. And we have Barton Farm with the gifted. And that, my friends, is... This is done. Wait for it. It's catching up. It's catching up.
Gifted member. Done.
Thank you very much, everyone. The entry to the Legio Custodes box set is now over. It is now over. So if you've gifted, super chat, member, etc., you've now entered here. Anything that is sent from this moment on will be entered into next month's giveaway. Okay? So I'll announce that after we've done the wheel. So the way that we do it, chat, is we take all of these names. We have 382 names, as you can see. If you see your name, you're in the giveaway. 382. Ooh, look at it go. Well, there we go. A little bit faster. There we go. 382 names. I'll put in to a wheel. And then we have to wait for it to load. We have to wait. We have to wait for it to load. 1 second. Let's see some music. I just need some music. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. I wasn't ready. Okay. We have 382 names. We have 10 spins. Why is it muted? 10 spins. All right. Hungry Bear. I'm going to have to add you in a minute. All right. I'm going to have to add you in a minute. All right. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. We'll delete this. We don't need this. 10 names will be drawn from the wheel. 10 names will be entered into a marbles race. Those 10 names will be one of 10 to win. Whoever wins out of the 10 will win the prize. Okay. So let's shuffle our 3. I'll just close my face so everyone can see 382 entries. You know? 382. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. All right. There we go. No one complain. Sorry. No one can complain. I'm going to move this to one side. No one can complain that it's not fair because I've shuffled them. So if you've gifted them all at the same time, it doesn't matter. This isn't like raffle where it's like, oh, I'll wait. I want bigger numbers. I don't want number 1. Doesn't matter. It's random. All right. Doesn't matter. It's random. Okay. Spin number 1. Here we go. It's fixed, not fair. True. True. Number 1. Decknall 24! You are number 1, my friend. All right, congratulations. Let's remove Decknall. Okay, and we'll spin again. Our final rule that I've not mentioned is if there is one name 9 times in a row and they pull it a 10th time, they will be excluded. And we'll pull until there's one other name. But we have Decknall's number 1. So number 2. Here we go. Number 2 is Papaya Pariah. Okay, cool. We've got our 2 names, so it's just whoever gets pulled now. Papaya Pariah, you are on number 2, mate. Congratulations. Let's remove that name. We're down to 380 entries. Spin number 3. Spin number 3. Here we go. Number 3 is Leaks Veeks. Leaks Veeks. Congratulations. Congratulations, Leaks. Had 1 entry. 1 entry total, Leaks Veeks. And now is getting a 1 in 10 chance of winning. Isn't that exciting? You know? Leaks Veeks had 1 single entry, and now he's in a 1 of 10 chance of winning. How exciting. Let's go. Number 4. We're almost halfway through. We're almost halfway through. Bang! Mark Royal! Elliot's dad! Congratulations! Also 1 entry! Congratulations! It turns out if you keep the subscription long enough, you got a chance to win. Congratulations to Elliot's dad, who's now 1 of 10 winning the Custodes box. Right, number 5! Number 5! Love Mark, what a legend. What a legend! Number 5 is Barton Farm. Congrats, my friend. Congrats. If he wins, I can't wait to phone Elliot. Congrats, Barton Farm. You are number 5, my friend. Okay, we are halfway through. We are halfway through. We need to intensify the music. We need to intensify the music. Wait for it. That's not intensifying, that's worse. Where this one. 5 left. 5 left. Okay. We've intensified. The music's more intense. Let's do a couple of shuffles. Do a couple of shuffles, keep it exciting. Bang! Number 6. Number 6, everybody. This is how many we've got. Number 6. Brennan! Number 6, my dude. Congratulations, Mr. Duck. All the way over the pond. Alright? Alright. Somebody message Elliot in Parasocial and tell him his dad's got a chance of winning Custodes box tonight. Somebody message Elliot. Okay. Okay. This isn't working. You haven't pulled my name yet. I've been all of them so far. Well, there's still time. We're at number 7, dude. Number 7. 3 remaining. Does his dad play tabletop games? No, he just supports me because he likes me. All right. Matt Byro. Matthew Byro. Congrats, dude. You are number 7. All right. We're down to last number 8. Number 9. Number 10. Here we go. Number 8. Bit too early, mate. Bit too early. That's fine. We'll keep up the stakes. Gavin! Gavin, whoever you are. Congratulations, you're in. Another again. 1 entry. 1 entry. Has a subscription. Doesn't watch. All right. Number 9. We have 2 remaining. Just see if I don't make the 10, your rent's going up. Excellent. You got 2 entries. Matt Colwell. Matt Colwell is number 9. Okay. Last one. We have 9 results so far. Okay. And we are down to our last spin. Is everybody ready? The final one. Decknull again! Congratulations, Decknull! Wow, Decknull 24. Well done, matey. Congratulations. Commiserations to everyone who didn't quite make it this time. I'm sorry, we can only take 10. We take Decknull 24, Papaya Pariah, Leaks, Feeks, Marks, Royal, Barton Farm, Brennan Doug, Matthew Barrow, Gavin, Matt Caldwell, and Decknull 24 for the second time. Everybody else... my bad. Better luck next time. I'm so sorry. So these are our finalists for this month. And now I can finally announce next month. That's not the right tune. That's not a good tune. That's not a good tune, chat. We need a good tune. Rubbish. Rubbish. I am not prepared. The next one's a Defiler! Hell yes, dude. That's right. Wait. Can we... good vibes. Chat, the next one's a Defiler! Congratulations. April giveaway. April Defiler. Defiler, I barely know her. So who did we have? Was it Hungry Bert? Hungry Bert. Hungry Bert. Thank you very much to Hungry Bert for the first entry to next month's giveaway. Thank you, matey. Appreciate you. So if anyone gifts or super chats from this moment on throughout all of April, they'll have a chance to win a Defiler. But we still have to give away the Legio Custodes box set. I don't want to like scupper that one. But shout out to the Outpost for helping me secure all the products for the giveaways. Appreciate you. Love you so much. Use !Outpost to get all of your discounted Warhammer or tabletop related goods using my link to support the channel, and also I used it to buy prizes for giveaways. It's literally a win-win for you. I barely make money because I spend it all on prizes.
Don't mind if I do.
Thank you so much. All right, I'll add all those afterwards. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the super chats and stuff. I will add them in, but you'll be in with a chance to win a Defiler at the end of April. If you're also coming to Hellstorm teams, you'll be in with a chance to win a Defiler. So make sure you come along if you haven't already. !Shop in chat. Okay. Let me open up some marbles, right? So let's find out who's going to win these fucking, this fucking Custodes box, shall we? We have, I think, 2 people who don't live in the UK. So I'm feeling good on postage this month. I'm feeling good on postage. Right, chat, talk about yourselves. So I need to add these names in. Use custom names and names. Right, we don't have him, don't have him, don't have him, don't have him. I'll just do it again. 10. We have Decknull. We have Papaya. We have Leaksveeks. We have Elliot's dad. Elliot's dad. Barton Farm. Barton Farm, we have Duck. We have Matt Byro. We have Gavin. Whoever Gavin is, shout out to Gavin. We have Matt Caldwell. And we have Decknull again. Shout out to Decknull again. Okay, we need to race. So we need a good track. We need a good track. What's a good one? What's a good one? What shall we do this time? Few will survive. Completed in a minute. Fuck. Big up Matt. I'm kind of rooting for Matt. As a Custodes player, I'm kind of rooting for him. I want a good one. Slippery Slopes. What about Slippery Slopes, chat? If Elliot's dad wins, can we get a photo at his door? Just hand him in a box without telling him. If Elliot's dad wins, I'll phone Elliot and see what he says. All right, chat. We have 10 racers, 1 potential winner. Good luck and go! All right, here we go. We have 10 racers on the slippery slope. Will they make it through? Who knows? That music is way too loud. I can't turn it down. Wait a minute. That music is way too loud. Okay, we're going down. We're playing pinball, everybody. We're playing pinball. Okay, to start with, we have Leaks Veeks, followed by Barton Farm, followed by Papaya Pariah. Okay, all the names make sense in my head. Leaks Veeks taking an early lead. Everyone else is right on his tail. But we've got it. We've got this. Is he going to get stuck? Oh, he loses all of his speed. Barn Farm not losing all of his speed, but taking the separate path. Leaks Veeks still in the lead. And he has a super fast, slippery slope. Okay, right. Okay, are we going to crash? Look at this. Duck trying to take out Gavin. Trying to keep up as well. And Decknell. But Leaks Veeks taking the lead. Taking it nice and slow. Duck coming to over the overtake. And he does overtake. Duck falls down the hole nice and early, but he gets stuck behind the rock. So does Decknell as well. Who else taking the lead? Duck and Elliot's dad coming in top 3 now. Leaks Veeks taking it nice and slow. Decknell versus the Duck. Who would win in a fight? It turns out Elliot's dad. Elliot's dad takes the lead. Let's go. All right, can he keep up speed? Duck is definitely gaining on him, that's for sure. Who knows? Oh, and Duck gives him a little push. He's like, go on, father figure, you can do this. You can do this. All right, okay. So Elliot's dad keeping the lead. Duck taking the lead after him. Barton Farm also trying to keep up. Duck and Elliot's dad neck and neck, really. Duck giving him a push. It was a false sense of security because he's coming around the bend. It looks like Duck and Barton Farm might be taking on the win. So here we go. Duck also, will he go too fast? It looks like Elliot's dad is right on his tail. It's just whether they're going to... Oh, it's just whether they're going to get caught on this. Are they going to get caught here? Mark's having a slow time. Oh, Mark's taking the lead, maybe. I don't know. Who's going to come out first? Oh, it looks like Duck. Duck knows. He's played this track before, I think. Is he going to make it down the slippery slope first? That's the question. If he goes too fast, he might fall off. He doesn't look... Oh, Decknell and Duck are stopping each other, as on Barton Farm and Elliot's dad. It looks like we're having a little kissing section up on the track, up on the ramps. You know how it is. Papaya right there, taking his time, taking his sweet-ass time. He's going to look like he's going to dodge these two. He does. And it looks like Duck and Decknell are going to... Oh, they're not quite fast enough. They're going to have to go down the third one. Is that all going to catch them? It looks like Barton's Farm and Elliot's dad is going to be in front. It does look like Elliot's dad is going to be the lead because Leaks Veeks has just fell off. Elliot's dad takes the lead with Barton Farm. He looks like he's still winning. It looks like he's still going. If he just dodges all of these spikes, he's not dodging them. Barton's Farm also not dodging them. So it looks like we've got one of the final chews before the end of the race. So he's just going to make it through here. And Elliot's dad will be the proud owner of some female custodians. It looks like he's a fucking non-competition as long as he makes this jump. Oh my god, Elliot's dad with Decknell in second place, Duck in third, and the other Decknell not quite made it yet. Elliot's dad is now the proud owner of a Legio Custodes box set. Let's fucking go. Oh, congratulations. Commiserations to everyone else. Well done if you made top 10. Sorry if you didn't make it, but it turns out Elliot's dad is actually the best racer out of all of them. More experienced than all of you put together. What can I say? Congratulations. Congratulations. Well done, everybody. Well done. Elliot's dad, proud owner of Legio Custodes Battle Force. Thank you to Mark for being a long-time supporter of Hellstormwargaming. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. All right. I just want to say thanks very much to Mark for being a long-time supporter. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Right. Okay. Elliot, I'm going to phone you. Is that all right? I'm going to phone you. One sec, if you don't mind. If you don't mind. Also, if you just hang up, I'll get it.
Hello.
Hello. Just so you know, I'm live on stream.
Okay, no, I've been watching.
Is your dad like a long-time enjoyer of Warhammer, would you say?
He's a big 30k player. He's big in the Japanese 30k scene.
Japanese 30k?
The Japanese 30k scene, yeah, he's a terror. He always submarines up. onto the podium.
Okay, would you do me the honours and contacting him for me? Let him know he's a proud owner of Legio Custodes box.
I absolutely will.
And then let me know what he says.
I will do. I will do. I took a screenshot of it saying Elliot's dad's one.
I think he's been a subscriber for a long time, you know. He's been a member.
Yeah.
And I have noticed, Elliot, that you're not a member.
Well,
Ooh,
don't help me, lad. Stock up female custodians instead. That's less controversial.
Yeah, that's true.
Me
That's
not
true.
me not being a member.
So as long as you don't end up with the custodians, because it's not yours, it's your dad's.
Well, yeah, I would never do that.
Good. All right, mate. That's all. Thank you for that. Let him know where he wants me to send it.
I will do.
Catch you later, bud. Love you. Bye. Shout out to Mr. Roll! Hooray! Absolute fix. Absolute fix. There's your final results. Shout out to Mark. Like I said, how long has he been a subscriber for? I can find out. Let me have a look. I'll find out. Chat, all I'm saying is it shows to support, okay? It shows to support. I can just wait. Let me do this. Let me close this. Let me close this. Oh my god, Papaya fell off the course. He sure did. Papaya just taking L after L lately. He won those two and then that was it. Right. Wait. I can show you how long he's been a supporter of the channel, chat. Is he local? Yes. I can definitely 100% not post it. All I can say is, not to be a fix, I think Elliot's getting a new box very soon. Funnily enough, I think Elliot's getting a new box soon, I won't lie. So Mark Royal, wait 1 sec. Time on level is the third one. Chat, I can show you a screenshot. Time on level. Bro, he's a 48-month subscriber. Bro's earned it. Mr. Royal has earned it. He's a 48-month subscriber. It's our lowest tier. Well, 48 months. That's quite a lot. That's quite a lot of 199s. You know what I mean? That's quite a lot of 199s over the years. So shout out to Mark. Shout out to Mark. Let's go. What a boy. What a boy. Can we check if he's using Elliot's email? That I can't see, no. I can just, I can only see his YouTube channel and how long he's been subscribed for. He's been subscribed since 2022. What a boy. See, it pays to support Hellstormwargaming, chat. What can I say? Shout out to Mark. What a legend. 95 quid. And the box was 160 retail, right? Obviously a bit less with the Outpost discount. Especially with Outpost in chat. Bro profited, yeah. Elliot's Christmas present sorted. Elliot's Christmas or birthday sorted. Oh. What a lad. What a lad. What a boy. Shout out to Mark. Legend. Legend, mate. Maybe all the grey names should join Boys Club. That's true. There's not a lot of grey names in chat right now, but if you are, kind of cringe. Kind of cringe. You could have been like Mark. You could have been like Mark and he could win a Custodes boxer. Anyway, if you want to support the channel this month, like I said, if you'd like to support the channel this month, we are giving away a brand new Defiler, which is obviously the new Space Marine kit. And we currently have Hungry Bear, Justice Sanders, as well as PJ Fisher. PJ Fisher, 82, who have entered into the Defiler giveaway. We are giving away a new Defiler, not an old one. And we have already pre-ordered one using the Outpost, because that's what it's good for, pre-ordering all of your Warhammer stuff. So we have one secured and sorted. So this month, during all of April, we are giving away one of these bad boys. All right, cool. Thank you for support, everyone. Thank you for all the super chats and memberships. I'm going to get my dad to sub and win for me. Brilliant. I don't even play Custodians, you know. Never played them at teams. Bro, got a new birthday present, you know what I'm saying? How do I find out how many months have you been a subscriber? If you want to look how much you long been a membership, check your memberships tab on the. You click the icon in the top corner, or you can. There's like payments on the app, I think. I'm gonna get my extended family to sign up, load the competition. You know, you can just give loads of super chats like papaya, and it always works out. But that's the thing; it's random, right? It's 1 in 10. You need to be 1 in 10. You know, so it's like there's like a 1 in 3 chance, not 1 in 3 chance, 1 in 300 chance of being picked, or 1 in 400 chance of being picked. So the more you're in, the more you're in. So that doesn't work because he doesn't win. I can't control that, bro. Brother, I can't control it. That's just how you do it. You know? The problem is the more you give, the slimmer the chance of your one name being picked out. But obviously, if you give 10, it's 10 in 300 rather than 1 in 300. Anyway, chat, I don't know if you knew, but a few weeks ago, like I said, I don't know if you knew, a few weeks ago, I actually jet-setted off to AdeptiCon. And I came back with a lot of stuff. Okay? So much so, I had to buy an extra suitcase. And now I'm keeping it in this big bag. So now, I actually haven't opened any of it, and it's actually starting to kill me. So I thought we could go through this big bag of all of this stuff that I did not buy and was given for video review, for clarity. Hashtag ad, hashtag gifted. And we could have a look at all this shit and have a look what's in it and what it's all about. So let me quickly set up everything. Let's have a little show and tell. Yeah, so there's some stuff that I know's in here. There's some stuff I've never seen before. I just wanted to have a look at it. So, any StarCraft, you'll have to keep watching. You'll have to keep watching, brother. How do you open this phone? One sec. Let me set my camera up. How much of it came from the UK to go to the US to go back to the UK? Spoilers, not a lot of it is from the UK. Basically, none of it. Basically, none of it. And then I can press this. Damn, brother. Damn, that's fucking sick. That's fucking sick, bro. There we go. All right, excuse my messy desk. Got business cards everywhere. I probably should have moved these. What about my messy desk? I wouldn't have known if the War Machine keynote had less tech issues than 10 seconds of War Machine show. And it didn't. Have a sick night, mate. Don't cut through your chase card again. Appreciate it, Dan. Good luck, mate. Hope you're doing well. Rest easy, my friend. Rest easy. Okay, let's try some chiller music. Chiller music. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Did I bring any puppy chow back? No, but I really fucking love puppy chow, that's for sure. So, the first thing I brought back, which I should say... Oops, sorry. I'll put it over here. Now look at my bum. The first thing I did bring back... Look at the camera quality, bro. Look at the fucking frame rate, brother. Excuse me. Was this event exclusive General Stormcraw? Stormcraw. Which is one of the War Machine event exclusives. So shout out to Steamforged Games who actually took me out to AdeptiCon. If you're watching this live, I haven't made the video yet. If you're watching this as a video, I've made a video all about going with Steamforged Games and why I went. But they gave me a event exclusive mini for me to paint along with a bunch of P3 paints, and they sent me home with it. So I painted this on the stand. And then I brought it home. So I just need to turn some more lights on. A little brighten the room a little bit. There we go. Is that better? I think that's better. I don't fucking whack the camera every time I move in. Oh, that's not awful. Awful. Let's put that back down to 0. So yeah, they sent me away with the new Stormcrow Troll Captain. Very, very cool. Very nice mini. Shout out to Steamforge Games. Right, this is in no particular order. I'm just going to grab stuff from my bag. So I spoke to Catalyst Games and got Battletech, a game of armored combat. So this is the starter set for Battletech. I've never played Battletech, but I love big stompy robots, and I kind of said to them, yo, I love big stompy robots. So let's have a look inside. This is just like a cursory review. I'm doing a full video all about it, but I thought it'd be fun to open it on stream. Thought it'd be fun to open this bad boy on stream. Probably doing my bin nearby, ready for all the fucking rubbish. So Battletech, it's obviously a very small miniatures game. The galaxy awaits. I might make myself my main camera. Need to move over, but also crop in a little bit more because I'm sat to one side. I think that's better, isn't it? Do that, but then zoom out a bit. So this is the back of the box, as you can see. It's at the dawn of the 31st century. You're a mech warrior, master of multi-ton tiring avatar of destruction. And they announced people the new box is coming. Yeah, they gave me this one, and they said there's a new one coming in at Gen Con, but this is like the old one. Oh, don't use my code. Try our online store. Chat, don't use my code. I didn't know there was a discount code there. So it looks like we've got a rule book. We've got Ice Storm. More like Hellstorm. You got it's a little book. Oh, it's a little narrative book. Ice Storm. Cool. That's fun. We've got some stat cards. No idea what they mean just yet. We've got 2 big square dice. Let's try it. Let's try it out. Seven. Perfectly average. Wonderful. We've also got the minis. So we've got some plastic miniatures, as you can see. Like, I don't know much about them because this is the first time I've opened it. But we've got some stompy robot. I'll do a zoom. Hey, nice quality plastic. All one piece. Stompy robot. And they're quite small. I don't have a Space Marine handy, but they're about Space Marine size. They look cool. We've got this one. This is one that reminds me of the first boss in Sonic Adventure 2. You know? You know, the Sonic Adventure 2. Let me see if I can find it. I can't remember what it's called. But whenever I see these, that's all I think about. F6T Bigfoot. Telling me that's not Battletech inspired? You know what I mean? You telling me that's not Battletech inspired? Same guy. I might paint it like that. You know? It's fucking Battletech. Same guy. Who is she? So that's a cool mini. I really like this one's like very iconic. I could really like it, to be honest. I think it's really fun. Then you got some like more traditional robots, Battletech, mech warriors, etc. This one looks a bit Transformers-y. But the quality of plastic, it's kind of like nice board game miniature. You know what I mean? It's like nice board game. So you get 8 of those. And then in the bottom we get the primer. There's obviously lore, what's happening, what's going on, etc. What's going on? The Star League, the House Davion, etc. We get a rule book, which is not too thick. Shadowhawk, thank you. Like, I've never played BattleTech. This is my first introduction into it. I've printed some BattleTech before for friends and stuff. Because when I got a 3D printer, everyone wanted me to print BattleTech, funnily enough. But it's a hex-based grid system. So you got like, this is the rules, how it all works. So I think I would like to do like a, this is BattleTech. I know it's like a 50-year-old game. And that's the thing with BattleTech is the rules have been the same for like, what feels like hundreds of years, you know? Mech Warrior record sheet. So these are like the stats for them. And you like mark these down as they take damage, etc. But the rules have been the same for many, many years. It just kind of like readjusted it, basically kept it the same, redid the wording and stuff. We've got Ill Clan era rules inserts and notable units in the Ill Clan, which is cute. And then we got a map. Oh, we got a bit more actually than just a mat. Never mind, we've got a bit more than just a mat. 1 second. We've got a mat. This is your board, essentially. It's made of paper. So imagine it's like 1/2 a starter set. It is double-sided. It is just paper, but it's nice paper, not too glossy. You know, so your mechs sit here and you move them coordinates and stuff like that. You got depth for the river. Got no idea what any of it means just yet, but it looks cool. We got battle mech recognition. So it tells you all the names of them. That's cool. You got catapult, commando, awesome, battle master. And then we've got, oh god, don't nick all my coupon codes, chat. Don't nick all my coupon codes, please. And we got cutouts. Will it fit Gundam Assemble minis? No, it's a bit small for Gundam Assemble. We got cardboard cutout versions. I wonder if this is so you can like play 2-player. Maybe like double your forces. And then we've got a card of like generic rules. Okay, cool. That's a nice little starter set. I'm not sure. Again, I was gifted this. I didn't pay for this, so shout out to Catalyst Games for handing it over. So I don't know how much the retail cost of this is. But that seems like quite a substantial starter set to get you into a game if you've never played it. I like that there's like a little rule book. There's also like a little lore book. And then just like 8 pretty nice miniatures, to be honest. That one's awesome. Look at awesome. Look at him go. And then you get a little book, a little narrative book as well. And like I said, the cards and some dice. So it's interesting that the cards, do the cards fit in there out of the packet? I hope they do. Damn it. That's long gone. Do they fit in? Okay, they fit. They do. They kind of fit in there. Fine. I was a bit like, why don't they fit in there? £23 on Amazon. That's a pretty nice start set for 23 quid, I think. It's small. It's compact enough. It's like board game size, you know. It's not huge, but it's big enough. That's fun. So yeah, there you go. BattleTech starter set by Catalyst Games. Shout out to Catalyst. Appreciate it. That one isn't 23 quid. Oh, okay. Well, that's not helpful then. I don't know how much this box is. Okay, what's next? What's next? We have... It's Monument. Shout out to Jason. I met Jason Craze at AdeptiCon. I have met him before a couple of times in the past, but I saw him there. And they passed me their new one-step paint. So one step, it said $59.99 on the back of it. It's $59.99. Okay, it's about 50 quid. That's a pretty good start set, 50 quid. Thank you. So one step is the brand new paint range by Monument Hobbies. And as you can see, there are 12 paints. This chat, one step, may or may not be their version of contrast paint. May or may not be their version of instant paint. So we have Shadow Flesh, we have Graphite Green, Graphite Grey, Dark Green Brown, Warm Brown, Orange, Dark Green, a Yellow, a Black, a Crimson, a Royal Purple, as well as Blue. So lots of quite primary colours. I'll show you this because it's better than just showing the bottle. quite a lot of primary colors, I would say. We've got a lot of like browns and blacks, but then like, you know, you got your red, green, blues, etc. So single layer vibrancy, rich high pigment coverage in one pass, instant contrast, easy application, and limitless versatility. That's what they've said. So currently no white, only limited palette of 12. But this is essentially Monument stepping into the contrast paint realm of, you know, inks that shade at the same time. I'm hopefully going to be trying these out in a couple of shorts, so you'll see those soon. I'm going to do I'm going to try each color out per short. Because I think that'd be quite easy to do and quite fun. So you'll be able to see the full results. I haven't tested them out yet, but this is like basically the one thing that they were trying to sell that weekend at AdeptiCon. It was like, we are launching one step, which is, you know, contrast. They also gave me a bottle of One Step Rust, which is not included in this set, and I'm not sure why. Maybe just because it doesn't fit. But One Step Rust, I think this is like contrast but as a rust variant, so I don't know if it's rust as a color. I think it's going to be rust as a technical paint type thing, you know, like this is rust paint, but it is in a one step bottle, so I don't actually know. They just kind of handed to me and said, "We got one of these," and I said no, and they gave it to me. So I didn't get a bottle of the Wizard Butt. I would have loved to try that one, but I didn't get one, but I did get everything else. So thanks to Monument Hobbies for sending me this, or giving me this whilst I was there. So I think this, yeah, it's going to be like, I imagine it's going to be like the Dirty Down equivalent. I obviously don't know. I haven't tried it yet. But wait, if you're watching this as a video, I have tried it. So yeah, shout out to Monument for the extra paint. I'm definitely excited to try it out. I think the dropper bottle as a contrast paint is something I've not tried. I was hoping that was going to fit in there. It just doesn't. Dropper bottle contrast paints does concern me a little bit. But, you know, I've got to try it out before I criticize. You know, but One Step as the new contrast paint range. Definitely very interesting, that's for sure. So, thanks, Monument. I'll put that on there, I'll lose it. Alright, what's next? What's next? Obviously, if I'm going to be painting, I'm going to need some new brushes. So, shout out to Fohammer, who when I went over and asked for some new brushes, he gave me some of his. So Fohammer has told me, he said, "You can't paint, you need these." Thanks. So what I did in return is I stole one of their dry brush palettes. Which I definitely did borrow and then just forgot to give them back, so I put it in my bag. Okay? As you can see, this is what I was painting Stormcrawl with. So they were like, "You're shit at painting. You need these." And I was like, "Well, guess what? I guess I'll need one of these then, and I'll just take it without asking." So shout out to Artist Opus for their great MDF. But they sent me a bunch of brushes, and they also gave me some brushes to paint with on the Steamforge stand, which they definitely didn't get back. Oopsie. Whoopsie daisy. So what brushes are actually supposed to be in here again? That one's supposed to be there. That one's supposed to be there. And I think that was supposed to be there, but there's no lids. Where are the lids on the... Oh, it's because I've taken the wrong ones out. Is that why? No, that's the one I was using. This one just doesn't come with a lid. I've been scammed. Anyway, I will have a link for Artist Opus soon in the description, and you can use Hellstormwargaming for 10% off because they haven't fixed my discount code yet. But I will I will update that shortly. So I used these on the Steamforge stand that I just chucked in my bag when I was done, and then I asked Ross for some more paint, so he sent me some more brushes. He gave me a brush box as well. So, so you've got the signature series, which is like the normal brushes. So you got like, there you go, looks nicer now. So you got like I've got a size 4. I think this is like Ross's favorite brushes, which, you know, when he normally paints with his fingers, this is a good upgrade. We've got a size 3. And we've also got a size 1, I want to say. Size 0. Look at that. Tiny boy. Look at that. There we go. We also have this D series, which is the dry brushes. So we have an extra large. So these are like the round dry brushes. Artist Opus does make really nice brushes. Don't get me wrong. I obviously use a range of brushes. I'm not tied down to one particular type of brush. But the Artist Opus brushes are quite nice. So we've got the medium, which is a really good size. This is good. So the main thing this comes with is a little bit of soap, which is nice. A little bit of brush soap, which is in a little tiny thing, which is nice. And it also comes with the dampening pad, which is a good hack. Obviously, I do a lot of the traditional dry brushing, not dry brushing. This is good for doing that, because what you can do is you can dip your brush in the back of your brush into a water pot and put that onto the dampening pad like this, and then you can run it through and you'll get the perfect amount of moisture on the brush without it being too wet. So these are really good. These are really handy. It's a very premium product. It feels really like proper like artisty. It might be like over the top, but it's like a very premium feeling product. So yeah. So shout out to them, and I also nicked a Monument Hobby one because that was on the Steamforge stand. Sorry, Steamforge. And yeah, shout out to Ice Open for the MDF that I stole. Thanks, Ross. Appreciate you. Cool. Right, we're done paintbrushes. What else have we got? We've got such a little baggie of stuff. We got Dark Souls Alon Knights. Just stealing things. Bro, you're at a convention. No one even cares. Why did I get these? No idea. Kieran, who was working there, said these are spare. Do you want them? And I said, well, I've got a bag. Cool. I love Dark Souls. I already have loads of these. Thanks, Steve Forge. Okay, something I didn't steal. Something I didn't steal was this. Along with this. Along with this. Along with... You got everything? Oh, no. There's some dampening pad refills that I stole from Artitopus. Anyway, what else did I steal? This isn't theft. It's not... I didn't steal this QR code. And I didn't steal this. Oh, wait, not that one. I didn't steal those. I didn't steal this. And that's it. That's all. I didn't steal this. Hopefully the people he stole from ain't watching. I do mind. So this is a 3D printed building, as you can see. As you can see, it's been sanded manually. This is a smaller 3D printing building. And this is a game called Oasis, Tactical Salvage Reclamation. So this is about a guy called Byron, who is making a 6mm tabletop game called The Oasis. So word on the station is that you're new here. Welcome, partner. Whether you transited via the gate or just defrosted from cryo napping the floating colony storage yards, we're here to get you orientated and ready for all the wonders of the Oasis. Inside this little guide, you'll find a brief primer on how humanity got here and an illustrated guide on some of the highway of Sea Planet side. So it's like a little book of like, you know, like what's available, what vehicles and stuff like that. And this is a 6mm war game. So as you can see, we've actually got this building. The orbitably insertable structure. That's what this is. This is the orbitally insertable structure. And then we've got like a bunch of different units and stuff. We've got like cars, we've got mechs. So it's like a sci-fi space station game, which looked quite cool. And I went over and said, I've got a YouTube channel. I'm trying to find little games that people haven't heard of before. And he gave me a bunch of stuff. They gave me a bag as well, but I had to leave it because it wouldn't fit in my suitcase. So you go to oasiswargame.com if you want to have a further deep dive yourself. But we have the Cobra Fighter, which is like a little plane, a little like stealth plane. These are the bases for it. It's 3D printed, but it's quite nice. You know what I mean? And it comes with our classic foam, great for painting them after we've done. And then I don't want to lose anything, so I'm not going to get everything out straight away. But what they include, it being called an insertable structure, we joke about it being look like a butt plug. Yeah, literally. So they include like carbon fiber rods, okay? And this is for standing the miniatures on, but I just like that it's carbon fiber. I think that's supposed to go in there anyway. Wait, I might have a dud. It might need drilling out. Wait. So the problem with doing it live. Bam! There we go. This is the Cobra Fighter. So, Oasis Tactical Salvage Exploration currently in closed beta development and playtesting. Stay tuned at oasiswargame.com or Instagram to find out on the latest of the upcoming crowd campaign. So we got our butt plug. We've got a Cobra jet fight. Shit. I've obviously not glued it. I am doing this live. So let it off. Put that there. So it's currently all 3D printed because it's all prototypes. But we also have the Gorgon Grav Corvette. So again, we've got our little 3D printed turrets and bits and bobs. Our carbon fiber rod, which I think is a really nice touch. We have the base. And then we have the Gorgon, which I hope has survived shipping because it's been in a suitcase. It has. There we go. So this is the Gorgon. So this is like, again, like a 6mm space cruiser. And you got like the little turrets that are obviously going to like magnetize onto the side. I haven't done that yet. But it's really nice. I mean, it smells 3D printed, but it's a really nice clean print, definitely. So, again, I haven't researched too much into the games yet. I've been like, I've been here, there, and everywhere. But this is from Oasis Wargame. So you can go to oasiswargame.com. We've got the butt plug, we've got the building, and we've got this cruiser, which is obviously supposed to sit on something similar to this. But yeah, it's all spaceships. And they had a really cool board. You know, they had a really cool board. Because they're like a smoke machine in it, which is really sick. So yeah, so shout out to Oasis. Thank you for the models. Again, I'm just having like a cursory look on stream. When I release a video, please go back and watch it because I'll have way more information about the game. And I'll be a bit more in depth. I'm obviously just having a cursory look with you to show you what I picked up. And mostly to sort it as well, because I don't remember what I've got. Keep hold of that bad boy. That goes in there first. With the jet fighter. I'll see if I've got the pictures, because I've got the pictures kind of like here, and I've also got them on a hard drive. So let me have a look. I do. I have some pictures. I'll show you these now. I did have some pictures. This is like taking out some like alien stuff, etc. This is the one I've just showed you, as you can see. Like really, really cool little 6mm spaceship. Yeah, it's very X-Wing vibe for sure. You got like these ones. This is like the other faction. I've lost it again. I just had it. Where's it gone? When's this from? 26th. Yeah, I thought it was. How have I lost it? What time? 2 o'clock. There it is. We've done that one, done that one, done that one. You got like this one as well. There's really cool minis. It was really, really cool. Like really tiny. You got like the little mechs down here. You got the infantry down there. Then you got like the big class cruisers, which is fun. Do I have a video? I do. I have the video.
Now you can press it, Tim. Go for it.
This is the board that they had. They're like a smoke machine. How cool is that?
Wonderful.
How cool is that? So cool. They had a great looking board, definitely. That's like your little mechs in your thing and say, there you go, there's Oasis the war game. Great little board. And they had like a, like those floating, magnetic floating things. They had that for the ship in the corner. You can see it kind of floating in the corner. It's very cool. Can you see it's kind of spinning? So there you go. So that's Oasis the war game. Very, very cool. Cool looking game. Cool looking minis, definitely. Shout out to Byron and the team for sending it out. Byron or Brian. One of those two. Sorry. Wait, I can tell you. Byron! Thanks, Byron. Appreciate you. Could do with a little box for this shit now. Anyway, insertable butt plug. Very fun building. Yeah, good vibes. Good vibes from them, definitely. Yeah, what do we have next? We have... Prussian Stostruppen Warband for Trench Crusade. So Trench Crusade, obviously you've heard of them, you know them. The Go Woke definitely didn't go broke and made $1 bajillion company. They've moved into the realm of plastics. As you can see, plastic. Wow, this kit, old kit, mate. Okay. Nope. So this is the new plastic kit. Obviously, it's been out a little while now. But what's interesting is what you might not know is it's actually they're working with Archon Studios because they're made in Poland and by Archon Studios. So Archon Studios is actually doing the plastic fulfillment for Trench Crusade, which is quite interesting. So all the bases are very much like the StarCraft miniatures, which is cool. But it's a whole plastic kit. But it's a nice sprue. So they gave me this after having a little chat with them. They are really nice minis. I know a lot of people have done videos on them already, but and it's like readily available. But none of this is like exclusive previews. It's just nice kits, and it's nice to see Trench Crusade going strength to strength. They've just announced like War on the Carcass Front, I think it's called, or something like that. They've got like a whole new plastic starter set coming out with some really nice minis. So I'm excited to see what they're doing with those. I don't know if I've got videos of those, but they had them on display. Again, I've got fucking pictures here, there, and everywhere. Are Outpost stocking it? I don't think Outpost is stocking Trench Crusade just yet. They are stocking StarCraft, which we'll get onto shortly. But yeah, so like Trench Crusade moving in with plastics, very cool to see. I know I'm late to the party, but it's nice to see that they've got like product that's like on the shelf as well as 3D printing. Because I think it's hard to support games in a store, like a gaming store, if it's all 3D printed. Whereas if you have stuff that can go on the shelf, it feels less bad to have stuff 3D printed at the same time. So thanks to Trench Crusade for sending that over. Appreciate it. The next one is a biggie. It's Warcrow. It's Warcrow, baby. Hey. Hey. Is that everything? Yes, that is everything. So, is it everything? I don't think it is. I feel like there's something else. I'm sure there's something else in here. Wait a minute. I'm sure there's like a token or something. There's a token somewhere. I can't find it. Wait, what's this? Okay. Delegate's bald spot. Well, where I was injured, I got a crown. I'm sure you got one too. So I had a good chat to Corvus Belly, and they sent me the starter sets for the Dwarven Mount Haven for their relatively new game Warcrow, which is a fantasy skirmish war game. Bro, you aren't going bald. I'm not going bald. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Ask my hairdresser. It's just I've been injured, bro. It's literally an injury and I got a crown. I'm not going bald. Don't be stupid. I've never been bald. Bro, it's never been bald, right? Let me screenshot it. Let me screenshot it. Bro, that's a crown. Brother, that's a crown. But that's a crown. He's on that pro girl to paint it in. What's a crown? It's like where your hair grows from. You know, it's like the shape of your hair. It's also where I was hitting the head with a brick. I'm not going bald. If I was going bald, I'd have a horrible hairline, which I don't. Look at this hairline, bro. Brother, I've got a slight widow's peak, that's it. Barely anything. Barely anything, bruv. Look how thick and wonderful this hair is, bro. You think I'm going bald? Well, you can see my scalp when you lift your hair up. Whatever, Voldemort. Thanks, mate. Anyway, so Warcrow is a brand new fantasy game, and I got a whole demo of it. And they gave me a bunch of stuff. So I actually played the dwarves in the demo game. So we got some half guards, which are these, and then we got the Mount Haven action pack as well as the Mount Haven War Augur. So what's interesting about Warcrow is it's actually a brand new type of material. It looks plastic, but it ain't. It's not. Basically, like Corvus Belli have done metal miniatures for a long time, and they're moving into. Lovely box, by the way. I love the sleeve over there, a proper box. They're moving into this like new resin style. It's like resin inspired plastic. Now, before I go to the miniatures, I'll say that it comes with a book which has all of the rules for the dwarves, but this is a narrative book which for all of the factions that are in Warcrow, and it adds like cool missions and little logs and stuff like that of like, you know, like connected missions and scenarios and stuff like that. So this is like a narrative expansion in this pack. We've got some plastic bases, which is fairly normal. But like, as you can see, they're all bagged up because they're like a plastic resin. So it's not plastic as in like board game, but like it's like a resin. But the detail on these minis is absolutely fantastic. This is like zoomed in way too far. But as you can see, if I put it, I'm going to do full, you know, I'm going to do it here just so you can get like a real view. Steady. Like, fucking hell. The details on these are absolutely stunning just because they are like this new type of like casting. I can't remember what it's called, but they are like absolutely perfect. I think the Hearthguard are probably the better ones to show you. Let me see if I can do this. But the dwarves came to me because they do like, they're a bit weeby because they do like origami and stuff, but as you can see, extreme. This is under like not great. Let me do this. There you go. Can you see how crisp those minis are? Like the details. They're like insanely well detailed for like a resin miniature and not one scuff on it, you know? But it's like resin plastic almost. You know? To say it's like two parts that come together. But like they're casting, like you can see like the crisp edges. It's almost like it's 3D printed, but like just sharp as fuck. You know? Absolutely gorgeous. This isn't a macro lens, it's just a lens that's zoomed in. But yeah, this is like the new way that everyone's making miniatures. And what really drew me to this one is the caster. Where is she? I know it's zoomed in on my face, sorry. Everyone's criticizing my hair, so. Here it is. Here it is. I don't know this one's name, so apologies. It's only 2 parts. But it's essentially... Ooh, don't lose it. You've got like this element... I'll turn this again. You've got like this elemental bear. As you can see, coming from a hand. This would be super good, KR Quinn, because it's resin, but it's like plastic-like in terms of like properties, but not plastic as in chemically. And then you've got her. So it's coming from like her hand. And on the other side, she's got a little origami bear. Can you see? Can you see the origami bear in her hand? So they're like conjure stuff up with paper, which I thought was really sick. It's very Japanese, you know what I mean? Like an origami bear that then becomes like an elemental bear that she uses as a weapon. You know, how cool is that? You know? So there she's on the front of the box, as you can see. And then he's kind of doing the same. So they're like pulling the power from these like rune things, but they're making them from paper. So absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Really, really cool. Really, really fun. I'll have a look at the Hearthguard as well, shall we? 1 minute. Yeah, lovely box. Just a proper cardboard box to hold everything in. Could use it for storage for all your books and stuff. And then a sleeve over the top. Lovely. Lovely. Minute. This one's a plastic tray. Ah, it's a little clamp pack inside of a box. Yeah, great packaging. There you go. I'll show you one. I'll show you one, chat. I do close up just so you can see the details. It's like, this is the Hearthguard. As you can see, absolutely gorgeous details. Absolutely stunning. Not a mold line on it. And then you got like the double door shield. Absolutely stunning. Like I said, it's almost like as detailed as 3D printing, but it's like cast resin. So, and they're like, will these push together? Not quite. I can hold it together. Nice, right? Nice as fuck. Yeah, really smooth. There's like the bit on the head, which is obviously where it's been clipped off the gates. But nice as fuck. So that's Warcrow. So shout out to Corvus Belly for sending that one over. They sent us basically one of everything for the new dwarves. That was like the new faction they were kind of showcasing. So yeah, like really nice. We got the Dwarf Hearthguard, which is the one we just showed you. We've got the exclusive, which is nice. And then we've got the starter box. So shout out to Corvus Belly. And then I was also given by Kevin from Goon. I met Kevin from Goonhammer. Who gave me some awful dice. He was like, I saw these and thought of you. And I'd never met him before, but he said, gave me some horrible Raven Guard dice. And I'm not really sure why. He said they kind of look Blood Raven-y and they look shit, so I got them for you. Yeah, love that. Love that, Kev. Thanks, mate. Love that, mate. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, they are shit and they roll shit as well. I'm not sure why he saw Raven Guard and thought of me, but there we go. Alright, what else did we get? What else did we get? I think we're down to our last thing. Oh, I got this. Stole it from War Machine. It's a little measurer. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 5 inch. Stole that. And then finally, obviously I know everyone's seen videos about it, but my starter set that was due to arrive probably 3 months ago, arrived whilst I was at AdeptiCon. So I got talking to the guys at Archon Studios, and I started talking to Jarek, the CEO. Had a great time. All I'm going to say is I love drinking whiskey with CEOs of companies. And he was very kindly gave me all of the expansions for StarCraft, the board game, or the miniatures game even. So these are all the expansion sets for the things that don't come in the new starter sets. So you've got the Protoss Stalkers, you've got the Hydralisk, and we've got the Goliath. Now, these are all the expansions. It turns out that Archon, the person who had been working with at Archon Studios, didn't send me the Protoss starter set. So now I have the Stalkers, because he said you'll need these if you got the Protoss, and then they didn't send me the Protoss, so now I just have random Stalkers, which is great. So obviously I know a lot of people have been talking about StarCraft. I know I'm late to the party, but for some reason my shipping got really delayed, and obviously it arrived whilst I was at AdeptiCon. But I have the starter set downstairs ready for a video, so you can expect to see a video about StarCraft and also a battle report with StarCraft. But this is the new StarCraft stuff. Like I said, we kind of looked at it on stream. I've painted that, mate. I know you have. Yeah, for some reason they didn't say they'd send it to me until a week ago. So inside the StarCraft box, you're going to get the data card for how the unit works. You've got the factory and armory cards, which is like your tactical cards, which you bring to the game. I did play a demo, which I'll go full over in the video as well. You got like the instructions of how it go together, which is actually quite nice instructions. You know, like it gives you it explains what everything means. It shows you the sprues included. It's like all in full color, which is quite nice. A little bit of nice artwork on the front and back. And then you got the sprues and a base. So you can see it's a base very similar to the Trainer Crusade ones. It's got like a little bit of texture on already. So technically you don't really need to base these. You can just paint it and it'll probably show up all right. You've got the nice sprues. So these are blue metallic sprues, as you can see. So you can see it's like got a little bit of shine to it, which is quite nice. They're all quite nicely numbered as well. So you can see like the numbers are quite large and quite clear, which is cool. And they're quite chunky bits, you know. They're not like really tiny, which is good and bad, you know. It means they're probably a quicker experience. But the details on them is definitely really nice. You got it, like tells you the name of it. It says it's by Archon. It's got Blizzard on it and stuff like that. The interesting thing is it comes with clear sprues. So we kind of spoke about this a lot, but what they've done is rather than just making miniatures, they've kind of made them where you can add like optional clear parts to make them either look more exciting when it's painted, or if you don't want to paint it, you can just use them as unpainted. So you can have like just the metallic blue to say you're playing Terrans, and you've got a little of a color pop just to make it look a little bit like it's like a painted miniature, but not a painted miniature, if that made sense. So yeah, it's quite interesting because it's definitely like that stepping stone between like wargame and tabletop game, or like wargame and board game. Sorry, like they're trying to like capture that market of this is someone's first like miniature they've ever built and they've never painted before. They don't want to, but also if you want to, you can go ahead and paint it and make it into quite a nice mini. How big do you reckon Amiga size? I think probably a bit smaller because the base is about 80 mil. It's like a or maybe even 70 mil. It's kind of, I reckon it's probably going to be like a Redemptor size maybe. But I'm not sure because I haven't built it yet. So I don't think it's Armiger. I think it's might be a bit too small. But those feet look quite big, so it might stand quite tall. But yeah, so that's the Goliath, which is like the walker for the Terrans, the StarCraft. Let me put all that away. But definitely quite excited about StarCraft. I played the demo and really, really liked it. I thought it was really fun, and all the miniatures are really fucking nice. So we've got the Hydralisk, which is obviously the expansion for the Zerg or the not Tyranids. They come with quite a unique base, which is very long and quite thin, as you can see. Are you going to go over your thoughts? Yes, StarCraft is going to have a few dedicated videos, so don't worry. Again, we're just looking at stuff. We're not really like going, wow, this is cool, this is bad. We're just having a nosy. This isn't my in-depth thoughts. So what I will say is we all worried about like how we watched the how to play, and it kind of like said you move a model then everyone goes within 3-inch coherency, and we said that seemed really broken. If something moves 4, then it can deploy 3 inches in front of it. The 2 movement stats in this is when you have a unit it moves 4 inches, and then if you only have a single model left it moves 8 to account for that coherency, which I thought was really interesting. So a unit has 4-inch move, but because you can deploy, you move one unit, then everyone else deploys in coherency. You essentially have an 8-inch move, but if you have one left, it just moves 8 because obviously it's like you've placed a model and then placed one within coherency 3 inches in front. Thought that was really smart. It's a concern I had about the game initially, and then they kind of went, oh yeah, that's how it works. I was like, oh my god, that's really smart. So these are the Hydralisk. These don't have any clear parts, but they come with like extra tokens, which look quite cool. And then like, yeah, they're just like fairly, I would say, is fairly standard. You know, there's just 4 of these on a sprue. Nothing too intense, nothing too crazy, just like a fairly standard kit. Like the rules thing, definitely fascinated me. Definitely made me a little bit more interested because I was a bit like, what do you mean you can move 4 then deploy unit 3 inches in front? You've just got so much freedom, to like not cheat, but like it just seems a little bit more open than it should be. But it turns out they've already thought about it. So are there other factions outside the 3 they're selling? As it stands, as in factions, as in other races, no. Factions as in how they'll play. Think about it as like basically from what I understand, again, don't quote me, but like from what I understand, characters, the leaders of your army, are going to control like how the detachments work. You know, like you might have Hydralists with Kerrigan. They'll work one way. You might have Hydralists with a different character leading them. It might work slightly differently and make the army feel quite different. So that's from what I understand from the really limited knowledge of the game, because I haven't read the rules properly. I've just played a demo game and spoken to people who were like doing demos, and also the CEO who helped design the game. But yeah, it's not going to be like different races, but different sub-factions definitely. So then we've got Stalkers, which is the last one for the Protoss, which is obviously like the alien elite faction, kind of like Covenant, I would say. You know, kind of like Covenant. That would be my my understanding anyway. So these come in yellow plastic. Again, sorry about the box being crushed, but they have been in a suitcase. Mike is just casually chilling with the TS. Bro, I was drinking fucking whiskey with him. We were having a great time. We had a look. Me and Jarek. Fucking this, man. If not this. You know what I mean? If not that. So isn't it the Protoss? These seem quite big. They're on the same base as the Goliath. So we've got the instructions. Like you see, we've got yellow and clear blue plastic this time. So I have a great video idea to kind of be a little bit different, because everyone else has kind of done their videos already. I've got a great video idea for these, and I think you're gonna like it, because something doesn't happen very often. So these are the Stalkers. You can say like walkers, but with like reflector shields, which are like very like Tau-esque, I would say. You got like these crystal bits, and then you got like the bulbous areas, as it were. You and Jarek are a natural AI hand pros, sure. So you got Path of Shadows tokens. I think these can like teleport around the board, and then you got like these defensive shields that they can put up, and then they got like a few more on the base. So I think they can teleport around. So you have like these little bases to put on like the blink token, which is quite cool. So yeah, these are really cool. They're like, again, like the miniatures are really nice. You don't have to put the battle effects on, but it's really sick that you get them. And it feels like they kind of went, right, we've got some space on the sprue, let's just put some other bits and bobs on there just to fill it out. Because we've got like this makes no difference. This is just all this shield area shit just for fun. All this just for basing. The only things you actually need is like this one and this one for the token, you know. So yeah, very, 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 very cool, very, very interesting. Just to be like, here's some battle effects just for the sake of it, you know, just because it looks cool. So this is what they look like painted. As I said, they come yellow, and all the factions are quite distinct in what colours they use. So like the Zerg are very much like purple sprue, but with green clear bits. The Terrans are blue with orange clear bits, and then the Protoss are yellow with blue clear bits. I believe GW hasn't done a clear plastic stealth squad. Yeah, exactly. This kind of like makes you realise, like, holy shit, there's so much they could do with clear plastic, and they just don't bother. But like, these are like supposed to be painted, but you don't have to, whereas GW is supposed to be painted. You know what I mean? This is like, gives you the freedom of both, whereas Games Workshop is like, no, you have to paint these or not. You know? This is like, you can paint these if you want to. They did throw down the ghost. They did do those in clear resin, yeah. But I have an idea. I'm going to kind of show you how you can make these look quite interesting without painting them, and then I'm going to show you how you can do it if you really want to put some time in and do something cool with them. So that's the plan. That's the plan anyway. So yeah, really, really nice plastic miniatures. I haven't opened the Founders Edition yet, but I will be on this video soon, so don't worry. That is just some of the expansions that I was sent. They're the ones that basically aren't available in like the Founders starter box or the Protoss starter box. They're the 3 units that aren't available. And then that's it, chat, I think. What else have we got? I got some bits and bobs. I got a Trench Crusade bookmark. Wow, cool. Leviathan Awakes. Carcass Front includes models for 2 opposing Trench Crusade warbands, and now is a 2 campaign mode to the game, plus terrain, dice, and new rules and map and more. Pre-order today from trenchcrusade.com. We got a little leaflet for Turbo Dork, which is kind of like a swatch of all the colours that they sell. It's kind of like that metallic reflective stuff, which is cool. I got Jolly Lark painting handle. Now, he just gave me this. He's a guy who, like, orders, like, wooden painting handles. And this looks more like a non-safe butt plug, you know? It's like a non-safe butt plug, which I thought was cool. So you kind of put blue tack here, and then you can, like, hold the miniature quite comfortably there. It's, like, quite a nice painting handle, you know? So that looks quite handy. So he gave me one of those. Really nice guy. And he sells like a set where it has like 6 of these handles and then little like a wooden base that you slot them in, which I thought was quite cool. It's quite handy. It's quite sturdy. It's quite nice to have like a wooden thing rather than plastic all the time. And it's very ergonomic because it feels quite natural to like put your thumb there in this like cutout, which is quite cool. So yeah, that was Jolly Lark. I don't know if they ship the UK or anything, but he shipped me one of these because it was like a aftermarket one, or like it had like a scuff on it, so we're just giving them out. But yeah, it just felt like quite natural to hold, you know, if I was going to like paint a miniature. That feels quite natural to like put my thumb there and my little finger under there. And there's like no sharp edges. Like the GW ones, they can be like quite like perpendicular to each other, like the edges. But this feels like really natural in the hand, so I quite liked it. So I got some free miniatures from AMG because they had some random paint and take, so I just grabbed some. I have no idea what they are, but we got a horse. Sure. Mikey on the rob again. Two-tone metallics, yeah, that's it. So we got like a random horse, and then we got a Waldo. A Waldo, sure. And then we got whatever this is, which is broken shipment. Damn it. That's broken. That's supposed to be on there. Don't know what these are for, but I just stole them. We got a Warsenal token. So these are the people who make Infinity and soon to be Warcrow terrain. But these, like, they make little tokens and stuff. So that came with my Warcrow stuff. So this one was quite interesting. So this is a miniature I got given. This is a Grenadier, if you remember. Grenadier Minotaur Herdmaster. So this is from 1992. 1992. Kirill, thank you for the 5 gifted. Dude, thank you so much. What a legend. Thank you so much, Kirill. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. What a legend. Thank you so much, bud. I've had so many members tonight. It's been ridiculous. Kirill, let me add you to my giveaway because I'm giving away Defile at the end of the month. I don't know if you knew, but everyone who gifts is entered in. And I just gave away a Custodes box set, and now I'm giving away a Defile at the end of April. So thank you for the 5. I hope you're well. I am well. I hope you're well too. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. What have you been up to? So yes, this is an old Grenadier model from 1992. If you remember, I obviously unboxed all of that really, really old Warhammer. But as you can see, this model, these figures are suitable for use with Avalon Hill's Rune Quests, Games Workshop's Warhammer, Iron Crown's Rollmaster, Mayfair's Rollay, Steve Jackson Games GURPS, TSR's Dungeons and Dragons and Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, White Wolf's Ark Magicite, and any other games with an element of fantasy. So these are actually available and just for use with Games Workshop. And yeah, so they had a stall. This is a stall called Sherwood Games. Now you might be thinking, why does Sherwood sound familiar? It's because it's owned by a guy from Mansfield who now lives in Louisiana. Fuck, I don't have any pictures. So it's owned by a guy in Mansfield. I'm going to have to just like show you through my camera from my phone if that's all right, if you don't mind. And he had some of the oldest, most retro Warhammer I've ever seen, still sealed. As you can see, Battle Titans, Space Marine, Battle Masters. As you can see, and he was like, come and have a look. And I was like, what the fuck? Why do you have this? Man of War, Seal of Blood, Space Marine, Armor Cast. They got like the Tyranid stuff, the Tyranid Exocrine, the Tempest Heavy Grav Tank. You got the Devastator, Space Marine Strike Force, actual new Space Marines, old classic stuff. You've got all of this Man of War stuff, as you can see. Like all loads of old Man of War. I'm sorry, this is the scuffiest way to show you. And then he had all these Chaos Dwarfs. Still sealed. Chaos Dwarf on Lamassu. As you can see. Absolutely insane. What else we got? We got the old fantasy, old magic, old Blood Bowl, Death Zone, and then loads of blisters. So if you remember when I made my video going through all of this old Warhammer, and I was pulling eBay listings for like the prices, turns out it was this guy. Turns out it was this fucking guy, dude. This is where I was getting them all from. This is where I was getting all the prices from on eBay. So I might be telling you a little bit more about that soon. I just need to chat to Ginger Steve if he'll allow it. But let's just say I bought some stuff, and this was a free model that they gave me because I bought so much. So I bought some real classics, and this is one of them. So this is the one they gave me for free. It was like a little Minotaur with a thing. I was like, "What looks coolest?" And he was like, "This looks cool," and I was like, "Cool, I'll have that." But it's like an old Minotaur with a whip and a sword. So I was like, I'll take the cow. So they had some real insane classic stuff. And all sealed, all loads of blisters. And like I said, I was like, where did you get this from? And he was like, people die, bro. And I was like, cool. Love that for you. So that was my time at Adepticon. That's everything I got. Shout out to Steamforged Games for getting me out there. I had to put my name on the back because it just said Steamforged. But thank you for Steamforged Games for really taking me out. I obviously went out to do their reveal stream. Again, I'm doing a full video about War Machine and about my time there with Steamforged, which will be hopefully coming out sometime this week. I'm just playing catch up, and it's been bank holiday and I've been away and stuff. But yeah, thank you to all the companies that gave me some stuff. Like I said, everything there I was given for free. I didn't pay for anything, so it was all hashtag ad and gifted. But Adepticon was a really cool event. It was quite a lot. It was 4 days long, which I think is long enough. Not too short, not too long. I think it was good. But I had a great time, and I'd really love to go back. But if you are watching and you are a company and you're like, God, I wish I had someone to come and do my live reveals in another country, and I want to pay for like flights, accommodation, expenses, then you know where I am. Email in the description. So that's everything I got, and I'll be doing like a roundup video where I'd go more in depth. Like this is just like a cursory look on stream to say this is all the shit I got. Let's have a nosy. I'll do like a proper look for a video shortly. So I'm doing an Adepticon video for War Machine, Adepticon video of all the games I got, and then I'm doing a StarCraft video. So, and if you rang with Games Workshop, James Workshop even, yeah, well, you know, they know where I am. They know where I am, and I'll be emailing them shortly too. So that's it, chat. That's it. I'm gonna go now. That's everything that I did at Adepticon and stuff and things. I wish I had live reveals. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, there's some cool stuff there. I'm interested to see how the contrast paints work, the one-step paints. I'm really excited to build StarCraft, and I've got a really fun video idea for it. And then I'm going to be doing a battle report for it soon. And then shout out to Elliot's dad, who won a fucking Legio Custodes box tonight. So I'll be live again on Wednesday. I'm sure there'll be some drama and gossip to talk about then. But I appreciate you all watching. And let me find the new video that we're going to go out with. We're going to go out with... I haven't added to the stream playlist yet. We're going to go out with... Add it to stream music. This one. So thanks for watching, chat. It was good to be here. It was a pleasure. It was emotional. That's it. Shout out to Elliot's dad. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Thanks to the companies. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed looking at the stuff. And I'll be back on Wednesday. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Appreciate you guys. Thanks to the gifted. Thanks for the support. Good to be back. Love you all. See you later. Bye-bye. 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 Why are you still watching? I've left, bro. Go away. I've left. I've ended the stream. It's literally a black screen. There was like 30 seconds of black screen and you're still watching.